system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system. Here's the truth about the system that the truth about the system that'll fuck up your the truth about the mind that'll fuck up your mind that'll fuck up your the truth about that'll fuck up your the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll
warning, 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 warning.
Truth about the that'll fuck up your the truth about the that'll fuck up your truth about the that'll fuck up your truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind.
Warning, 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 warning.
Truth about the system that'll
thugs, hide your cake, never teasing me. I show love to all my bitches hustling ones, tussle with these, making moves second to none. I lied there, made a sudden move, you got bit, flooded with the double law, real street shit. The blonde hair bandit, you got guns handed, turn my face when I bust a cannon, cause I don't wear sunblock. Ass drag if the fire is hot.
On,
shit
baby.
pop, shells go 3 feet all over and stop. We born niggas that we coming, then we total the block. We score niggas like they mothers, then we wet up they socks. Red eye, escaping on the red eye, the seashore, then hide out and buy out balls till we see ball. In this game we beat y'all. You got money, keep yours, but I be tearing trying to out, then a buy your beat
Come see me if you trying to get some grams tonight, cause I could get it for you raw, gray, tan, or white. Fuck rap, yo, I'd rather be planning a flight somewhere hot on a wave runner, tanning with dice, blowing the haze while all of them giving me brains. One at a time, y'all start from the front of the line, but everybody wanna contact me and get with me and still end up being mad cause I charge 50. And as for you sucker, you can keep those raps and screw your awards. My son can't eat those plaques. I never was shit, but some things I never forget. Like if you spend 3, you guaranteed to make back 6. Drove the Benz off the lot and just dusted her off. 10 grams stash, took the governor off. Even the cats that be hating still be loving the dogs, cause they know that the double R is coming for war.
You ain't ready to die, then why should you live? Cause when I start busting the guns, you hiding the kids, and the kids still riding with clips, surviving with bricks. We beefing on the 4th, got the down the 5th. Like I wasn't hustling dope, or robbing the block, starving the knot, carving the cheek. palm in the Glock. I figure which nigga could I watch for the watch. I like to knock off my crack, then I pull off a heist. Put it together, double it twice. This shit is my life. Catch me with a 45, hot pair of nights, and 3 red dice like, give me the bank or give me your face. Give me your shank, it's holiday. The hoopty's in the front, but the truck is a mile away. Niggas wanna ride tomorrow when they probably die today. Cause the P.O. hollow the gun, to holler at son. When they go to holler back, maybe swallow one.
Y'all them bust in the crowd, niggas, and hit whoever. When you should ain't for the niggas that took your leather. They right there, but you scared that they gon' bust. Cause they crazy, but crazy niggas bleed like us. See, I'm one shot through the heart like Cupid. Y'all niggas might be crazy, but y'all not stupid. It's 9-9, I'm killing you, woman and kid. Fuck Scarface, watch me, I'm more action to see than the motherfuckers that y'all see on TV. And fuck what you heard, check out Sheik get down. Comes a gun, shit, I'm rhyming with one on me now. You never know what clown gon' walk in the studio talking shit, and it's gonna be more than the amps that blow. I pour gas on your skin and watch your shit detach with a book of matches. Now that's when you met your match. And the worst thing for you was for me to have a gun when I'm thirsty. I turn niggas more holy man than Eddie Murphy, and I deal with more bricks than that city doing Jersey. I got core cops niggas, I got on tops niggas that'll bust you and slide, and some old 6 drop niggas, revolver pop niggas, easy ops niggas, get knocked, say I smoke detox niggas, drug program, hit the streets and cop 56 more grams.
This is some old new shit that you ain't never heard before.
New shit.
This is some old new shit that you ain't never heard before.
New shit.
Yeah, this is some old new shit that you ain't never heard before. Yeah, this is some old new shit that you ain't never heard before.
Metaphysics, them new cats, they on the dizix. The kinetic waveform got them retarded, walking backwards. They full potential against the mental, the printo, the convental, the kingdom, Prima Sonia, Sonia, Tate, Shondo, Seti. I'm ready for Freddy, they very confetti, them niggas are petty. They can't worry, salt, they crunching up like a prune, strong, ready. Jelly, they living out belly. Ladies with thongs, moving booties in the hotel.
Some new shit that you ain't never heard before. This is some new shit that you ain't never heard before. This is some new shit that you ain't never heard before. This is some new shit. It's that new shit.
Shampoo, you bitch up, turn around like clam do, legend like Grand Poo, I'm Grand Do, reclining chair in the fan too, double otter, boat on the water, he's out, I'm a rider, from Nevada, Africa band, jam, planet rock on like Bada, D-Dada, leap over Carter, I'm Ford V8 Granada, stay hotter, like an Angelada, you gotta watch my pockets to get smacked with a nada, you wet Seattle, when the motorcycle club come up, I'm a rider. Mail out of damn, a gram from Scotland to Amsterdam. Cut off your hamster's hand. You don't wanna bring a child to rap against a man. Gifted, lifty, shifted, mixy. Ladies at the bar getting tipsy. My husky name was Shisky. Y'all drunk, red lips on whiskey.
Some new shit that you ain't never heard before. This is some new shit that you ain't never heard before. This is some new shit that you ain't never heard before. This is some new shit.
I'll pull you out of the sheepskin, skin. You peek when you page your beat. When I fit in, you see what a thief. Then I call you Tom Cougar. You ain't strong, you 100-pound weakling. Eating Franks to build your chest up on the weekend. I was down, and I'm still what you speaking. While you tweaking, your crack pots keep cooking. So you ready, ate a leaking. Fuck with it was. New shit. New shit. New shit. New shit. New shit.
Executionist. Y'all know the name.
Stabbing the track with both hands.
Executionist. Y'all know the name. Executionist. Y'all know the name.
Stabbing the track with both hands.
Executionist. Y'all know the name.
You out there?
This is masterful, classical, material wax, imperial tactics. Black shit, I master traps that collapse backwards. All area access passes without brackets. Hit them, then I'ma shit on them and spit on them and send faxes. Maximum amount, not the minimal. The orator rock chop like Florida Seminole. Subliminal rap switch make criminals act bitch. Instrumental in creating the most pinnacle rap shit. Got Tony Braxton looking women collapsing. My beats get feet to stepping like fast acting and acting. Dominant X-Men conference like Pac-10. Backslap, whack rap actors to get a reaction. My venom a rip, cinemas up, then I'm a wreck shit. Then I'm a flip, administer hits on this next shit. DJs collect hits from them to hit the exit at they shows. The front row usually can get hectic. The X shit. Y'all know the name.
Executionist. Stabbing the track with both hands together. The four. You out there?
Executionist. Y'all know the name.
Stabbing the track with both hands together. The four. Forever gonna win.
Yeah. Check it. You wanna get to my level, but you don't hustle enough. Any attempts on touching my stuff and I'm fucking you up. I'm sick of weak shit winning, nigga. Your rhymes ain't rocking. The good life is a bitch. Seem like everybody cock blocking. The shot clock is running out, gunning out the police. I crack the teeth of any nigga with beef. Masterpiece, executionist, naturally. Any problems come to Los Angeles and ask for me.
Yo, catastrophe, none can match me. Naturally nasty, manually smash your faculty. Verbal assault and battery. Sporadically blast on the capacity crowd and cause casualties. Street savvy, niggas blast me out the navvy. Groupie chick wish she can have me. XZ in back of me, hit like a daiquiri. Accurately, you don't grab me, your skills still latchkey.
Y'all know the name.
Executionist. Stabbing the track with both hands together. The four. You out there?
Executionist.
Stabbing the track. The track.
Yo, I got my man Rock Raider on the Rob Swift, where you at, son? What? Sinister, make him. Now we ready to go. Last but not least, Total Eclipse. What you don't know? I got a question. Who could see it? I don't know. But whenever I play, you know the skills gon' flow. Shit, we mastered defeat. You can't bring us. What? Y'all couldn't grab if y'all was doing that shit with 8 fingers. Come on, Black. We in the Hall of Fame. Got your picture in our crib on the wall of shame. I expect them C's to wanna murder me. Cause when we open up and start cutting, you wish you was in surgery. You see the X? Hardly. Here's some orphans, nigga. Take your ass back to doing parties. You better off with somebody shooting you. And change your name to DJ I Got Beat by the Executionist.
Y'all know the name.
Executionist. Stabbing the track with both hands together. The four. You out there? 50,000 in the
There is a hole in front of the shovel in front of the brawn. 6 billion gorillas for whom the graves yawn. Each with it is mulish days to choose his tool of trade. Dueling blades that cue the cruel charade and fuel the flames. You would clue the crew into the civil. Just get the food and land like you the man and clue the coop over the pit bulls. Dash back, flash it, a compassionate nano police who sat beneath an avalanche of jagged and inadequacies. And I would stop the violence more than I was Pontius Pilate. Cops and robbers riot by the fives of noxious sirens. A is gullible, he figure all man equal no-brainer. Take it as friends and neighbors didn't cater. Moms raised the babies to a very churchy 80s. Sunday mornings reinforce the waiting gates of Hades. And he brazen, but apparently inferno bound now. But when a man of cloth recite his wrongs, he wouldn't bow down. The punishment should fit the reasons you must punish him. Never puncture skin or pull the colored rugs from under them. Two opposing motherships shall not employ the gunner's deck, cause brotherhood's the public good, do not employ the unctuous in you. Observing how the give it is disproportionate to the take that the way decide to make it this day. All the stoic odium glowing a cold holster when it could have stood easily in a tub juggling toaster. No mountain too high, no city too far, no coma too night, no city tomorrow, no fire too loud, no city too charged, no treaty too signed, no city too guard. With a grown-up mode approach, skin crawling off the drawl, and I would claw the awkward tone up. I'd known it wasn't roses, but hoped it was less corrosive. Coasting to the focus of the grossest diagnosis, like home. The barnacles that chew up on the flesh of man have glued into the suitor's capital to a beggar's hand, and comfortably sung a stubborn legacy of gluttony, with carnivores that burrow like hunters into the blood and meats. And Jenny chin up in the city picture, sending pin up, let her numb the spitting stigma. Along came a spider, sold her eggs to any buyer. Had a shooter in the back, of 6 legs wider than the driver. If you make no friends on the way to the top rung, there is no secret handshake club. I do not give a fuck, but other cancers make the olive branches obviously standard. But when they extend from the yachts and mansions, drop your cannons. All kings hanging for the cliffside, drip dry. Will he clip a zip line or slip for his final dip dive? If he lived, will he survive the milligrams of middle ground? They pump into the pinstripe pentagrams over Tinseltown, or kill a man who trickled down the city with his scissors out, his sickles dipped in military hells, bells and whistles. Riders to the east, not a wild tribe. Thank you for the peace on earth and mercy mild tide. No mountain too high, no city too far, no coma tonight, no city tomorrow, no fire too loud, no city too charged, no treaty to sign, no city to guard.
Yo. I can't hear you, dude.
Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, that is so strange. I think the USB just fucking totally fucked up on me. Yeah, we'll have to hope that doesn't take a shit later. But yeah, blessings. I'm gonna hit them with another one, and then we'll start some readings. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Got a hunger for the mic, my appetite strike late at night, food for thought, hold down the fort, up in the port of riches, last seen giving stitches, grab the cat by his gold mode crucifix, his team acting superstitious, one iron, one faking, reaching for his iron, one trying to get close, I got the toast and I'm firing, blood gushing, I think I hear sirens, commotion, still zoning, off the war potion.
Yo, we be the masters of circumference. My thought can't be altered, body might control substance. For the key to the shake head, the stamina imposter. A group of airlights, my team be deep like a roster. You lobster, you break the legs of all imposters. Cut the tons off the snakes, this one hit may cost ya. A price of your life, I should always think twice. Remember, always think twice. This one fucking mistake coming away, kid. So wake the fuck up, yo, wake the fuck up.
And yo, straight up and down, don't even bring that type of shit around me. You liable to get your whole neck slapped off your shoulder. shoulders. Quick, fast, faster than the obelisk. So I think you will live amongst the loudest MCs and DODs that I run with and collaborate my thoughts with to elevate to a higher standard. As I landed, but never stranded. As the guard PR terrorists apprehended, analog suspects on the set.
Dirty doctrine, killer concoction, rhyme rotten, stay plotting. Yesterday went grenade shopping, caught a nice one. Grab the vest up, this track I blessed to make it bloody, ugly, dip it in mud. My soldiers gonna love me, grab the mic, look into the sunshine way above me, on my forehead. Today, have my daily bread, shared it with you. Make sure my fans are always fed.
Yeah, I'm pulling wrestling moves on competition, headlock them to submission while shots are licking, picking through crops of intuition. Yeah, my brain starts to change, sorts of strange word names, brought in vain, for the physical force of unexplained, for the battle of my life in the nightlight. This nigga grab a mic tight and strike with a flash like dynamite. Might so figure this, killer gets vigorous, a lyricist, supremacist, attacking the track like native villages. Run, we still pillaging, done what?
Bad. Yeah. Welcome to the Machine Lives, where we talk about the lies of the machine on the machine that lies. I thank you guys for being here. This is an impromptu stream, and it's pretty much the middle of the night. So I thank a lot of people for showing up here already. You know what I mean? I see we have quite a notable list of assortments in the chat there. Blessings. Thank you guys. Neutral Ground, Firefox, Pussy Smells Like Fish. This is crude comment, sir. You know, whatever. Yeah, but yeah, blessings. Yeah, thank you, Mama Sue. Butthole Winker. Peace to you. The man, the myth. Butthole Winker. You know, Snowfire. Blessings. Thank you. I'm a fan of Snowfire. You know, real talk. Yeah. Reddington. Of course, my friend. We're just doing a supplementary stream. The main thing I'll be talking about this evening, along with the open panel, I'll start in about an hour or two, you know, is my readings on Aristotle. Okay, putting together some of the revelations on Aristotle. We made big claims on Aristotle the last two episodes we did. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bring forth some views and ideas about Aristotle. I've been saying I'm going to do that, right, on my streams for quite some time. If you've been noticing the tendency, you know, I never quite get to it, right? And of course, there's lots that can be said, you know, book worths of material that we can raise, you know, about non-Aristotelian methods, right? But, you know, we're not going to do that today. We're just going to look at some of the information about Aristotle. We've covered Plato so much. You know, I talked so much about Plato's life and all of that type of stuff. And since we're reading Skolimowski, he brought this to the frame that Aristotle's ideas may be responsible for the particular mode of Western civilization that we're in now. I raised issue with this term Western. I said it should be replaced with modern, right? So I went through this whole, a little bit of analysis there, right, about Skolimowski. And, you know, I didn't want to break up my reading on Skolimowski, right, and his explanation of those historical modes that are listed here at the bottom of the screen. Right. Okay. Mythos. Okay. Theos. Right. Logos, Mechanos. I'm actually missing one of those, right, from the three that are mentioned at the bottom, right? I mentioned Mechanos. I think I mentioned Theos and Mythos as well, right? So yeah, there's all these ideas that I mentioned there, right? You see it scrolling on the bottom there, right? This is basically just the main course of ideas, this architectonic themes, right? That we're trying to build on, right? And we're seeing where some of these things, ideas like science and some of these ideas came from. And I really appreciate 8 people watching and listening. It's the middle of the night. I did not plan on doing this stream. Now 9 people, blessings. All right. And yeah, this is just about Aristotle's views, right? And I'll also look at some of my own writings on Skolomowski. I didn't want to break up the reading on Skolomowski's views on world history in order to expound on this. So I just decided to do a separate little impromptu stream. Who wants to see my own thoughts and reflections? The real people will, who really fuck with it, they'll want to know. Other people, they won't care, so it will be what it is. This information will get to who wants it and who needs it, right? And of course, we're doing some music as well. We'll be putting in some music, some interesting reflections with music. And I also have a recording of a Lul I made in a little bit. We'll play that. Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys. 14 people, blessings. You mean right? Yeah. So Alfred North Whitehead. Okay. Alfred North Whitehead. He's a menace. Okay. He's got this ridiculous claim, right, that Aristotle was the greatest metaphysician. Quite in counter distinction to Skolomowski's claim, right? So we're aiming our philosophical guns at Alfred North Whitehead, right? Right. And they also wrote the Mathematica, Principia Mathematica, right? Which is a, I should have mentioned that when I mentioned the Tractatus the other day, of Wittgenstein. That it's much more notable work that combines logical symbols with mathematical principles, right? And combines math and logic in a way that is a tool to create the present computers, right? The coding language is also a language of symbolic logic, right? Okay, so symbolic logic, Alfred North Whitehead, right? That is part of the matrix, as I've been trying to explain, right? Where do these ideas originate from, right? So I was talking, right? The cooperative causes that form the universe as a devolution of forms were rejected by Aristotle. Okay. They're rejected by Aristotle, who envisioned an inward potential and an outward telos to be the cause of nature. Okay. Nature with a capital N. Right. Plato also expressed a belief that women and animals were fashioned from man. Aristotle would maintain a hierarchy of being in terms of humans, animals, and then plants, but also had a cosmology based on the prime mover. This was a godlike force which guided matter to its particular end by fashioning an already existing nature with a capital N through the void of space. According to Plato, all things which have lesser parts retain the greater, quote unquote. Okay. This is a quote from the Timaeus. Okay. But for Aristotle, each aspect of reality functioned in its own domain of understanding and potency. Okay. This is what I meant earlier when I wrote inward potential. All right. Some of this is going to be music and conversations. So people who and I shouldn't dumb my content down, why shouldn't average people learn about Aristotle? Why why should you let them keep that from you, right? Come on, let's be honest, friends, right?
Not dumb down, but raise the average up, perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's put it that way, right? Let's raise the level of conversation that we're all having, right? Okay. Socrates went into the agora, the marketplace, right? Okay. Okay. Now, this is about Aristotle. He turned the quest for knowledge into different subjects and began the rule by experts. He coined the term technology and was known as the father of logic. In his rhetoric, quote unquote, he calls for rhetoric to be introduced as a counterpart to the dialectic. Okay. To the dialectic. All right. Aristotle argued that the truth can be proven true by necessity. Okay. And that this truth is different from the truth that has to be subjected to the rules of art. Okay. Which he called technologousia. Technologousia. All right. Combining three words, techne, logos, and ousia. Ousia means of the same essence, meaning bringing things into existence through the creative act. All right. Okay. That's why they have the term homoousia, right? And they also have the term logos, right? In the Nicene Creed, right, you have the term homoousia. That means of the same essence. God and Son of the same essence. And if you read the prologue of John, you read the term logos. In the beginning, there was logos. The logos was with God, and the logos was God, right? Everything has a logos. Everything has a subject. That was where Aristotle made his original error. The compartmentalization of knowledge, right? Aristotle argued that truth that can be proven true by necessity is different from the truth that has to be subjected to the rules of art. Okay, the creative discipline, which was similar to the forensic method of the courtroom. He formed a notion of double truth, two truths, truth and the other truth. Okay, this is how motherfuckers play games with your mind. Okay, they create different types of truth, different aspects of truth, different shades of truth. Okay, the truth is one. Okay, the truth agrees with itself, unlike knowledge. Knowledge is infinite. Okay, right? Knowledge is subjected to the forms, right? The truth is beyond that, right? Okay, this is where Plato made his first error, right? Anyways, he formed a notion of double truth that has reverberated throughout Western learning. He found that truth has to correspond to the facts, which could only be derived through a method of art used to bring forth what is real in an idea through rigorous tests and analyses. Okay, hence he created the scientific method as we know it today, right? Okay, he even created the term science, right? Thus, the experience needed methodology supplied through reason, and a statement about what is real is not necessarily a statement about what is true. Hence, the truth of method is an objective truth. So, being detached from experience can provide a true measure of phenomenon. Okay. He thus formed a correspondence theory of truth that was important for the development of logic, which argued the notions that truth can be reduced to a scientific method or epistemologos, where we get the term epistemology. That's right. Aristotle created the term epistemology, just as he created the term technology and biology, okay? And technology, right? And also science and energy. These are all terms created by Aristotle, okay? Science is a word created by Aristotle, right? Before and after it was referred to as alchemy, right? Okay. In the 1600s, it was referred to as natural philosophy. Okay. The reclaiming of the word of Aristotle's science in the modern age is no accident. All right. It's no accident, right? People who use words and terms, just like they use the word energy that is created by Aristotle, just as force was created by Newton. When people read Newton, they wanted to really know what properties force has, where this force emanates from, right? Okay, many of them thought of something like the ether, right? Well, Newton wouldn't explain it, right? So they came to the conclusion that Newton was referring to a mystical property within matter, force. Okay, just as Aristotle created the word energy. Energy has no meaning, right? Mass into energy, right? That's just mass into math, right? There's no such thing as energy, right? Okay. No such thing as force. No such thing as emergence. Okay. No such thing as randomness. These are all fake illusions, delusions to keep you away from understanding that truth is one, right? Anyways, going on a little bit of a tangent, and I am on some pretty heavy dose of mushrooms. You know, it's 9/9 today, you know, and yeah, interesting. Hence the truth of method. Oh yeah, and thank you to the 15 people listening to this. Blessings. Hence the truth of method is in the okay, I already read that. He formed the correspondence theory of truth that was important for the development of logic, which argued the notions of truth can be reduced to the scientific method, epistemologos, quote unquote. The crafting of symbols or techne logos, crafting the symbols, techne logos. Okay. Was related to the art or method of speech, hence the blacksmith god that would bring about the true potential from within by crafting the symbols that resonate through time, which he added to the Platonic notion. Plato's god was instead only concerned with the divine realm, and all the symbols that existed here were imitations of that divine nature. Right? And was thus an imitation of an imitation. Everything in reality was mere imitation, but not for Aristotle, who rejected the ascended realm. He insisted the divine existed in potential of each thing, which was to complete itself through time and effort and contemplation on the divine aspect within. These views are important. Okay, I'm just going to skip that part. Okay. Okay, because the book's about Christianity, so I just kind of skip all this shit about that. It's not important now because we're talking about fucking Skolmowski. By compartmentalizing knowledge, Aristotle divorced knowledge from sacred truth. He separated physical truths from metaphysical truths and created the syllogism. The syllogism separated the existential from the predicative. This was the beginning of the subject and object distinction that would plague philosophy. While Plato had a cosmological dualism of spirit and matter that was affirmed by some basic religious teaching at the time, Aristotle would inevitably be the philosophy that had come to dominate, okay? Creating a temporal dualism using the telos in nature. He was an early espouser of utilitarian principle and ethics. His cosmological view, but his cosmological view of everything being for its particular end, Aristotle also had a heretical effect on Christian teachings. Okay. Aristotle's viewpoints promoted the contradictory notion of eternal chain of cause and effect only limited by a prime mover itself unmoved. This prime mover was only engaged in thought and did not engage in creation but only expression. The prime mover only molded the already existing material that was used to shape the cosmic realm, and indeed is known and experienced only by himself. Okay, this is why it paired so well with alchemy, right? Because in alchemy, right, the alchemical god, if you will, he creates the world in order to know himself, right? Okay, they like find out part of his own nature through the act of creation, right? So the creative act stands even over the framework of the divine, right? Because the divine knowledge itself is based on the creative act, right? In the Hermetic. Now, this ties close to Aristotle's deistic view of God, right? That God just shapes creation, right? Okay. Okay. He's not responsible for bringing it, matter into existence out of nothing, right? And that's why they had to battle, right? Okay, because every church and synagogue became a debate society, right? Okay. Okay, now every mosque is becoming one too, right? Okay, because people want to bring in philosophy, right? And every Christian saint has also been a philosopher, right? Okay. That's why I like Saint Francis so much, because he is not really a philosopher, right? He's more known for like myths and his own actions and stuff, right? There's great tales about Saint Francis's piety, right? Where you get the actual understanding of what a Christian life should be, right? But not with some of these philosopher saints, right? Okay, there you see a very low level, right, of Aristotelian haberdashery, right? Okay. Anyways, this prime mover only molded the already existing material that was used to shape the cosmic realm, and indeed is known and experienced only by himself. Aristotle rejected the spatial duality of a blacksmith god, quote unquote, crafting the forms in a higher realm, and settled for a divine architect. This was still a deistic conception. Instead of the spatial duality of Plato, Aristotle introduced a temporal duality by introducing the final cause, which pulled the future into the past towards the true potential, right? This is again tied into Gnosticism, immanentizing the eschaton, right? This was a cosmic utilitarianism based on the hidden potential. The future moved backwards through the past. As the prime mover pushes reality forward towards its final cause. For Aristotle, one must go backwards to go forward, but only first if one is able to get out of one's metaphysical straitjacket. He confined God to both thought and necessity while promoting the delusion that everything moves towards its proper end. He created the notion of built in progress, which leads to a separation of identity from entity. He rudely exclaimed that all pre Socratic thinkers other than Anaxagoras had spoken nonsense. This was the arrogance of Aristotle. He exchanged the ontological chains and puppet strings of Plato for an intricate teleological web. Yet both Plato and Aristotle held to the belief that mind was superior to matter and form or essence to existence. While Plato had removed the form from matter, Aristotle removed thought and potential from existence. The philosophers have always placed thought and imagination and reason in a higher realm than experience and feeling and trust. Suspicious fucking worms. But I cannot think of the vainer and more arrogant task than thinking up how thought itself is its own highest task. It does not seem like a coincidence that the very same people who exploit thinking would place it at the highest realm of their ontological scope. Noesis, noesis, or thinking that is a thinking on thinking, is apparently the highest task of intellect, according to Aristotle. This redundant and inane, self-contained and masturbatory function is all that the cosmic mind has for itself. What a god. Finally, Aristotle arrived at the transcendental. Thought is its own limitation. But once having decided this, why relegate thought to such a high order of things? Apparently, thought can never go beyond itself. How do the prime mover and final cause interact, right, through time, right? They've been trying to figure that out for centuries. Aristotle brought back the ways of the sophists. The ways of the sophists, right? I'm going to continue reading. Take a little break here, right? Okay. Take a little break here with some music and stuff, right? How about some a Lul? It's a little video I made. Hope you guys enjoy it. I mean, thank you. Where are we at here? All right. Hello. Here you guys go. I made this mix with music and a Lul. Okay, enjoy.
The Technological System by Jacques Ellul. 1. People are not machines, but in every opportunity where they are allowed to behave like machines, they will so behave. 2. 25 years ago, I arrived at the notion of the technological society, but now, that stage is past. 3. The industrial society. This term is very widespread, but I find it inadequate. 4. Present-day society is still industrial, but that is not its essence. 5. At one time, technology and machine industry were connected, but for more than half a century now, a gap has widened between them. Industrialism developed a centralized, hierarchical system, with a linear growth, a division of labor, and a separation between the means and the ends. Mechanization created additional jobs and made human work more draining. It operated by means of steady reproduction, developing masses of men and integrating them in the industrialization. 6. Modern technology, however, contradicts each of those different points. If allowed to act, it leads to decentralization and flexibility. It does away with the hierarchy and the division of labor. It particularly has to bridge the gap between implementation and management. It presupposes a polyvalent and nonlinear growth. It reintegrates the ends into the means. It cuts down on labor and thus on the costs of labor. The value factor is no longer human work but scientific invention and technological innovation. Consequently, we can no longer apply Marx's analysis, which states that the economic totality is based on the surplus value produced by the salaried labor of the worker. 7. The industrial system is a closed, repetitive world, with a linear revolution. The technological system is inevitably open, non-repetitive, with a polyvalent evolution. It can proceed only by the universal development of mankind, and that development is absolutely necessary for the development of the technological system. We are thus confronted with an ensemble that is totally different from any that has ever existed before. 8. Technology, conceived in terms of its automation, its chemical transformation of the world, its economy of energy, its cybernation, its data processing, its biological intervention, and its indefinite output of nuclear energy, has little to do with the old industrial mechanization. 9. Technology is power, made up of instruments of power, hence producing phenomena and structures of power, that is, of domination. 10. Touraine, in contrast to Bell, hesitates about a qualifying term. Thus, he speaks of a programmed society. In this case, I am far more in agreement. For he thereby joins the overall outlook of those people for whom the new thing about our society is the organization. He sharply distinguishes between the primary, capitalist, era of industrialization and our era. He qualifies this new society in terms of 3 features. 1. The emergence of new social classes, technicians, bureaucrats, efficiency experts. 2. The new trend of business, which is now based on organization and no longer on the relationship between economic power and productive labor. 3. Spare time activities. All 3 characteristics boil down to a reduction and to the necessities of the technological system, which, as Touraine realizes, transforms the social struggles themselves. They are becoming more technological and are no longer subject to a takeover by the proletariat. Touraine adds one more essential feature of post-industrial society: the importance of the student movement with its deep contestation, its challenge, and its political weakness. But, as I have tried to show in my studies on revolution, I regard this feature as episodic and contingent. 11. What triggers consumption? Advertising, that is to say, the technologies of advertising. What is it that demands greater consumption? Mass production, which is possible only because of technology. What are we given to consume? Technological objects, because they are the things that are produced most. Hence, the consumer society, in all its aspects, is primarily characterized by various technologies. 12. Spectacle is a complete way of life. Consumption is a spectacle, so are political activity and leisure and work and family life and revolution. Modern man watches everything as a spectator. Everything is supplied to him as a spectacle, including the things he believes he is most deeply contributing to or participating in. 13. Technological activity is, by nature, spectacular, excluding all internal reality. Technological activity is what waters down all serious things, since no action can be performed any longer unless by way of technologies. 14. Z. Brzezinski, Between Two Ages, America's Role in the Technotronic Era, 1970, also figured he could add something absolutely new by coining the term, technotronic. He lists a number of differences between industrial and technotronic society. In industrial society, the machine plays the essential role. The dominant social problems are unemployment and employment. Teaching is done through human relations. The ruling class is plutocratic. The university is an ivory tower isolated from reality. Reading favors a conceptual thinking proper to ideologies. Political conflicts are intrinsic. The masses are organized into trade unions. Economic power is personalized. Wealth is the object of activity. 15. Technotronic is a portmanteau word combining technical and electronic. Come now. Isn't electronics technological? Does the word add anything to the early definitions of technology? Once again, technology equals the machine plus industry. Fine, then there is something new according to the famous definition. In a machine, there are material parts that move. Electronics operates with no moving material parts. Granted. But if the computer is not a machine in the normal sense, then in what way is it not the product of a certain number of technologies? In what way is it not integrated in a technological system? There is no reason to distinguish between technology and electronics. 16. Man can no longer be a subject. 4. The system implies that, at least in regard to itself, man must always be treated as an object. Today, this phenomenon is far more important than the renowned Marxist interpretation of commodity. 17. Nothing can have an intrinsic sense, it is given meaning only by technological application. Nothing can lay claim to action, it is acted upon by technological process. Nothing can regard itself as autonomous, it is the technological system that is autonomous, as we shall demonstrate. 18. No technician claims to be ruling society. There is no need to regard technicians as technocrats or to believe that a class of that type actually exists. 19. Colin Clark's classification is replaced by a different one. At the bottom, the unqualified functionals, then the functional operators, and at the top, the rulers, researchers, conceivers, with perhaps a fourth sector for the activities of operational research. In other words, the social distribution is already less and less in terms of activities applied to the economy, and more in keeping with the technological capacity. 20. The era of clerks, and these clerks are the decision makers in all domains because they have the knowledge and use of the technologies. Like it or not, and Hetman shows this so well, the experts, the specialists of diverse technologies are to be found everywhere, from business to administration, from government to agriculture. They form the true grid of society, the network holding the various pieces together. It is the technological coherence that now makes up the social coherence. But this is not a technocracy in the true sense of the word. 21. The discovery of the technological system normally seems like an attack against technology, a criticism of technicity per se. Any shedding of light on the technological structure is always received by technologists and intellectuals as an indictment of that structure, even if absolutely no value judgment has been expressed. 22. Baudrillard. When watching TV, we are incapable of knowing that this miracle is a long social process of production, which leads to our consumption of images.
Thank you guys. And we have a friend.
Good morrow.
What's up?
What's up, Reading Town?
Not much.
Yo, what's up with you, dog?
What do you mean?
Like, what is a Reddington? You know what I'm saying? I've examined many motherfuckers, but I've never examined a Reddington.
No, I wouldn't know about that.
I'm just saying, like, what are you?
Not a bot, I guess.
But what are you? You always sound so sad, so deflated. What's wrong, guy?
Just chilling, dude.
Is this your happy voice?
No, it's not.
So I'm saying, what's wrong, guy?
It doesn't mean it's sad voice either.
I'm just saying. What is a Reddington, man? Why are you so cryptic?
It's a Pokemon.
Isn't it also that guy from the Blacklist, bro?
Yeah, but I think that's spelled with 2 Ds. This one's just 1 D.
So you a Pokemon?
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you do, man? What are you about? I'm just wondering. I feel like I've spent a lot of time with you and I know about nothing about you. Man is an enigma.
Yeah, where's Brown's boy? Brown's boy is Rand's #1 fan. For real.
Well, we have spoken at least a little bit here and there, so it's not totally nothing.
Don't worry, bro. I'm not going to bite your head off. I'm just trying to figure you out, dog. I don't feel comfortable around people I don't know like that.
That's the whole internet, dude.
No, I figure people out pretty easy.
TML's trying to summon Lanza, I guess.
I don't think Lanza is a rant fan. I think he's a fan of the truth.
He's a huge fan of you. But yeah, just like as a person, like you know, like.
Well, because I speak the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he's like, how do I get in contact with Rand? So yeah, just putting that out there that Lanza wants to talk to you somehow. But yeah, we'll figure it out.
Give him my Discord if you want. I mean, it'll be up until I can't get back on it.
Yeah, I tried to get him into the Discord, but I don't think he's like out there.
Yeah. Somehow, I'm still able to log in through StreamYard, even though the Gmail is completely deleted, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's strange as fuck. That's strange as fuck.
I've been having some strange things.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I noticed like I'll be logged out of all my accounts and shit, and the StreamYard still works. Like, how the fuck is that possible? Like I noticed that shit too.
I deleted it, bro. It's gone. Like, there is no Gmail. It's gone.
Yeah. So, So I mean, it's a trip. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a motherfucking trip.
What account am I on right now? That's what I wonder.
You're a ghost, homie. Like, you straight up. You know what I mean?
Ghost in the machine.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually the episode I put up with this thumbnail was the one where we did that Ghost in the Machine song. Shit is hilarious. But yeah. Downloaded a Ghost.
Did you hear my new joint, bro? I just came out with a new joint. The Boonies.
Yeah, the Boonies. Yeah, real talk.
It's not the most lyrical, but I like it. It's got a certain fucking... It's got a certain essence and flavor to it.
Yeah, I've been trying to get back up on that horse. Fucking record some shit.
Songs come... Like, the best songs I write come to me in, like, the middle of the night when I'm not trying to do anything. It just comes. If I try to write a song, it comes out like dog shit. It's like sometimes I hear something and I'm like, that is part of a song that I'm supposed to make. And then like I download fucking Serato and I just start chopping up whatever that sound was. And then the bars just come. I can't explain it.
You ran a troll. More like a goblin.
Actually, that's you.
Yeah, or like you know, the whole thing is, you know, The game is rigged. Get that reality with that mushroom spice.
Yo, how do you know Reddington?
Reddington's been day one since I started the stream from Cockboy Hotline.
But do you know him, or is he just like lurking?
I know him as much as I know any of you guys. Neurojack, Reddington.
Okay, so you speak to him on the low?
The list grows.
Because he never speak on panel rarely.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we've had huge conversations here.
All right.
But yeah.
I mean, as long as you know him.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets cooking on us on a certain range of subjects, usually Kaczynski and all that type of stuff. He gets going on that stuff. Yeah, Reddington's one of the most well-read people on the panel for real. I gotta say, including yourself.
It's a shame he don't talk that much when like other people are around. I guess I don't really watch older shows and shit. Like if I'm gonna watch a show, I'm usually on it.
It's topics, certain topics. You know, he engages with only certain topics, and I appreciate that about him because it's just like not everything deserves attention all the time. Real talk.
Or it's just there's only so many things I know about, so I can't start talking about stuff I don't know about.
It's respectable. I have a problem. I know too much shit about too much shit, and I can't help myself sometimes, bro. It's a problem.
Shout out to the Mimsy.
Yo, Mimsy's in the background laughing, bro. She's usually sleeping by now.
It's true.
I kept her awake with my retardation.
Yeah, let me play some music for you guys. And yeah. Mimsy Limbs. Shout out Mimsy Limbs. And everybody else. Blessings. And yeah, made a little jazz intermission here. Let's check this jazz out. Where the fuck is this shit?
I just want to shout out to the chat and Ken Before the Storm. You are a midwit, so your opinion is invalid.
Yeah, Ken will straight up come out here. Yeah, Ken has actually paneled up before. He's a real fun dude to talk to for real. You know.
So I just like how he's judging me in the chat and he can't even shine my fucking shoes.
He's doing that so he can hop on panel and like do all this crazy shit. That's how he is. He likes to antagonize. You know, right? He's on that shit. But yeah. Yeah, Ken Before the Storm, real talk. Blessings. All right. What is he saying? Let me see. I can't see because I'm trying to pull music up.
He's calling me a troll, bro.
Oh,
Jake. That's Jake saying that.
Jake?
Yeah, but he's agreeing with him and saying that I don't know that I'm a troll.
Oh, shit. You troll jitsu to yourself. With the genjitsu. With the troll jitsu. Shit.
Played yourself.
You played yourself. And let me play myself with the jazz break. Play you out. Player.
right. I see where you're at, bro. I'll say.
to spend the night. I know you love me. Pick up and roll the dice, reading between the lines. I know you love me. We can book a flight, wake up in paradise, sun up above us. Tell me you're down to ride, and you can bet your life no one above you. So hold on, can't stop. So hold on, can't stop. Stop, yeah. So hold on, can't stop. So hold on, can't stop. And as long as you're with me, I'm definitely yours for the taking. Don't be mistaken. And as long as you're with it, I'll be committed to you. I'll show you what I know. You give me what I need. Not saying I'm a pro, but you could learn from me. We go another round before we fall asleep. You got me on a cloud now, baby. Feels almost like a dream. Something about your body.
Thank you. And yeah. I mean, what should we do? What should we do? That's the whole show. That's all I had. I got some more reading. I thought I'd have a panel by now.
You do got a panel.
Yeah. But I mean, not the same people that I can talk to off the show whenever I want. You know what I mean? But I love you guys. You know, thank you guys for being here with me and, you know, being in public with me, because I'm a damn fool to be in public with. I do have to admit that. Somebody said that I look like Sasquatch when I was doing the Andrew Wilson debate. That was a fucked up comment. But yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think you look like Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Sasquatch short-haired, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna get into how Aristotle, you know, as I think it's a quote by Lyndon LaRouche. He said Aristotle promoted buggery, okay, in the form of A, usury, and B, homosexuality, right? So these are two things that Aristotle provided a framework for, right? Okay. And they led to a pretty botched philosophy, right? So basically I've been recollecting on the motherfucking failures of Plato and Aristotle. Plato felt that philosophical speculation is akin to geometry and had a sign on his academy that said to let no one enter who is ignorant of the art of geometry. Aristotle felt that logic was the highest realm of philosophy and is known as the father of logic When logic and math combined in the 20th century in the form of philosophical speculation, the result was the symbolic logic of Bertrand Russell and Alfred North Whitehead. So there's two different, what do you call it? Two different schools of thought. Okay. Two different forms of truth. Right. I mean, truth is one, but they separate truth into two things, right? And this is basically the whole format here. Right. Let me get off the screen and you guys can see this. Right. Right. And you see there, basically on the picture, two sides, Plato and Aristotle. Plato pointing above to the forms and Aristotle pointing to the world below. Right? Two different bifurcated schools, one of idealism, the other of skepticism, one of science, the other of math. Math and science are not the same thing. Right? When they combined math, right, with logic, right, which was you need to assume logic to have science, right? You have to presume the consistency of certain things like motion and time and identity and other properties, right? In order to name things, events, right? You can't do science without that, right? So Aristotle was concerned more with language, okay, just as the sophists were. Okay, Plato was concerned more with math, the forms. Okay. Anyways, there's like two little like streams of thought there. I mean, and you could see all the different ways that it ended up. You have you know the rationalists and the empiricists. You have the nominalists and the realists, right? So there's all these different classifications. These are all just two heads of the same motherfucking coin. They've been doing it for centuries.
Yeah, I can't remember. Was it Aristotle that came first or Pythagoras?
Pythagoras came before Plato. Plato was
before either of them.
Yeah, Plato was a Pythagorean, right? He was in the school of Pythagoras, right?
So the Pythagoreans, they also
That's when he
said
went to Egypt. I think he went to Egypt to go join the school of Pythagoras. Then he came back. He was yeah.
The Pythagoreans also, I'm pretty sure, believed like let no man enter that has no understanding of geometry, right?
Yeah.
And fucking, they also would take an oath of silence for 7 years if they wanted to join the school. The initiate would have to spend 7 years in silence. Now, I believe there's something behind that. But we don't got enough time to get into exactly what that was.
Yeah, and I read that little thing you sent us, and it also said that that they would observe every aspect of their lives while they took that oath of silence. Like these students would be under constant surveillance. And then they wouldn't even be told whether or not they made it into the school, because they just be given double the possessions they gave in when they came in, and then the rest of them would be taken inside to go see Pythagoras. So that means they entered the order. So it's like nobody really knows who's part of it and who's not. It's like made secret at the end too. The shit was dope. But yeah, Orphic Pythagoreans, Plato stole some of his ideas from them, about how mathematics was the basis for reality, right? They use astrotheology. They believe Pythagoras was the son of Hermes, right? Plato stole the idea of the Platonic solids from them, right? And all that type of shit. And all these ideas of the Platonic solids and Plato's year and the zodiac and all that shit is explained in the Timaeus, right? The whole science of that shit. But yeah, it's a totally fucking weird work.
You ever
And,
seen this video about the Pythagoreans by Donald Duck, bro?
Oh yeah, Magic Land. Yeah, where he's got the fucking Lucifer shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just deep. And fuck was I gonna say? When I was a kid, bro, I remember going to a fucking thing in MGM that was like the fuck did they call it? What the fuck did they call it's like a fucking star. It's like they show you the stars, right? Like you lay on your back, bro. A planetarium, right? So there was this shit in MGM, bro. I think it was MGM or Epcot. One of them Disney fucking things. It's hard to remember because I was a kid. But they like it's a planetarium and you go in there and they basically, now I remember, they basically start like mind controlling you into believing in like Greek gods and all kinds of crazy shit along with the planetarium. So like there's indoctrination going on even on a level where like it's not put on film. It's like a physical experience that you got to go and experience, and there's no other way. There's no way to like really expose it because it happens fast. You know what I'm saying? And like you're not allowed to record it.
They got me with similar. I was because earlier today somebody's talking about going to meet an Aaron, and I was like, "Oh, you should go to the Air and Space Museum." And they brought up this was in Virginia. Growing up, we went to Boy Scouts. We spent the night in this place, in the Air and Space Museum, where they, we met an astronaut who actually landed on the moon. He told us, like, and I was like, "Whoa, cool!"
You
And
were a Boy Scout,
yeah. Until the Boy Scouts, and then like because there's like the Cub Scouts, whatever. I was all that, but I was never like actually a Boy Scout too long. But I found a freaking VHS tape, dude, of an asteroid they said hit Mars and then landed in the North Pole somewhere, and it had bacteria from Mars on it. This was like a NASA film. I was like, what the fuck? Like that sent my life on a whole spiral of bullshit that I don't even probably, that's some wild shit. That's what I picked up at one of those places, man. That's some deep. They got all kinds of spells going on left and right at that place, dude. You're right about that.
and like the public is pretty much unaware that this shit's going down because you can't record it. Not like, why are you not allowed to record it, right? And so you can't record the experience, and they could change it, and it'll be different tomorrow. So like you have no idea what it is. You just assume that it's the same one you experienced.
Unless you memorize it, like people used to study the stars and memorize them, dude. That's something, they used to know what the stars would look like and where they would be. I'm sure more frequently, I think.
I'm saying aside from the stars, like the positioning and shit, I'm saying the actual experiences that you go and experience. Those like indoor where it's like kind of a ride, but it's not really a ride. You know what I mean? It's like a movie / ride / thing.
Oh, dude, they're hitting us at every level to like big up something like that too. I get what you're saying, but to big up something like that as if anything that we'd experience just from our phone would be anything more indoctrinating. Like we're being hit all the time. But yeah, it hits you in a deeper sense, especially as a child growing up. Like the whole Barbie movie and the aspect they're talking about there. With the Barbie movie, they smashed their baby dolls, and it was like, and it's Barbie is actually like a German prostitute doll that was like sold in sex shops. Like it's a thing. Like that's what she was. Lily, there's a name for her, and she's the Ishtar spirit, and all this about like leading the masses astray through this imagery in the Barbie movie. I was like, man, I don't remember where I started there, but programming and NASA and shit. Yeah.
Or balls. You know what I'm saying? Just saying.
What was that one?
And the Ken doll don't got no balls or dick, bro.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but Ken was a character in the prostitute series from Germany, he was like her boyfriend, but never her husband. It was like about an independent woman who was a prostitute, and
Yo,
literally
all the
the
Ken
same
clothes,
exact colors.
all the Ken clothes are straight metrosexual, bro. They didn't never had one manly Ken,
Oh
bro.
yeah, and she's always driving her pink ass car, and he's well, yeah.
I only know about the Ken clothes because I had G.I. Joes when I was a kid, and my mom was mad cheap, so she was like, here, bro, you have some Ken clothes for your G.I. Joe. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is this bullshit? I was like, my G.I. Joe looks mad gay now, bro. He look like fucking the dudes from Pulp Fiction after they get changed. This is fucked up.
I'm sure that's how you figured that out. No, that's funny.
Shit was
The
all
only
fucked
GI
up.
Joe, I only ever had those plastic little fucking cheap things, the army things. Never had the GI Joes.
I had one G.I. Joe, bro, with a big ass scar on his face, bro.
Don't you want to grow up and be a man like GI Joe fighting for America?
Well, yeah, at least they used to have like manly shit for boys, and you were
Well,
allowed
yeah.
to be like a man back in the day, in the 90s and shit. Like,
Yeah, but you were
know what I
told
mean?
to the imagery I got from all that shit was that you're only going to be a man if you join the military, and so I was going to join, and just like life worked out somehow that like, dude, I was going. Like I was in North Carolina, rural North Carolina, and I was like, dude, I was talking to recruiters all the time. I was in a JROTC in high school, and I was going to go, and my dad was like, he wasn't in my life my whole life until this moment. Like it was like one of the key decisions he made in my life. He's like, what is it going to take for you not to join the military? And I was like, buy me a video camera, and he did.
Yeah, I agree, bro. It was definitely a
Probably
psyop
for the
running.
best.
They were running
Do what?
psyop. They were definitely trying to prepare fucking our generation for like Desert Storm and the
Right.
invasion of Baghdad.
Yeah, since the 6th grade when I watched the Twin Tower ordeal, I was like, dude, I'm gonna go join and kill these fucking people. Like that was my mentality. I was so ready. Me and my friends were like, we would talk about how we were just gonna go over there and kill people.
I almost joined, but my brother was in the invasion in 08, and when he got out, he wouldn't let me join because they did him dirty. Long story.
So I was like spared from it, thank God, at the last moment, but so many people, for whatever reason, I'm surrounded by people who experienced it.
I was also going to get out of like a criminal charge by going in, but then they decided
Oh my
that they
God.
weren't going to accept it.
So you got out of it by going on the YouTube panels instead, huh?
No, I never got off the charge.
Sad trombone.
Actually, bro, I did get off the charge, but I got off the charge by doing some fuckery shit in court and having a good lawyer. We basically never got indicted to Supreme Court, and they had 6 months to do it, and we just kept delaying the case and fucking them up, and they ran out of time. So it is what it is. I never got ID'd by the witness, and I got off the case.
With the accent you say that with, it's just like there just has to be more of the story. Like he's not. There's no way that's everything. Damn, I don't need to know. I don't care.
I mean, that's basically everything, bro. There's a time limit for them to indict you to Supreme Court, and I wasn't pleading out. So since I
The
wouldn't
state
accept
charged
plea,
you,
yeah.
and there was no victim.
Well, there was a victim, but I wasn't ID'd in the lineup, and they didn't show up to court. So since they didn't show up, they didn't ID me, they didn't have enough to really fucking charge me with anything and go to Supreme Court, and I was willing to fight it. I wouldn't plea out because I knew they didn't have it. You know
The victim wasn't the cop per se, like as they do, like, oh, the victim's a cop.
No, there was an actual like victim that wouldn't come to court.
Now you're begging for questions, dude.
I mean, yo, it was basically, you know what I'm saying, some shit went down on a train and there was a fight. You know what I mean? It was basically assault charges. You know what I mean?
Just an altercation with a grown man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was like 16 and this dude was like 16. So, you know what I'm saying?
You got wrapped up for that?
Yeah. Well, there was a train conductor that was fucking trying to like ID me, and then the train conductor didn't come to court. It's a long story. But I had to fucking get a lawyer.
16, and this was hanging you up till when?
Yeah, bro. In New York, you get charged as an adult for like shit at 16.
Yeah, but it's still hanging you up?
Oh no, it's fucking sealed envelope. Didn't even
Oh.
happen.
Yeah, it's sealed. Okay. Yeah. New York's good at keeping secrets.
I'm
Jack
just saying,
Alcott needs to focus on that, man.
they couldn't convict me of it, so it had to be sealed. You know what I mean? I didn't do anything. They couldn't prove it.
It was maybe not just sealed, but what's the other word? Expunged or something like that, maybe.
It wasn't expunged because it wasn't ever a conviction. It was just sealed. It was a sealed envelope. But it would have jammed me up because they were trying to hit me with all kinds of felonies, bro. For like, New York throws the book at you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I learned my lesson. Don't fuck around in public.
You have to be charged and convicted for anything to get expunged.
Yeah, it wasn't expunged. He never got convicted.
Since he never got convicted, there's no point.
New York is
No,
like,
I
yo, they
wasn't
just
sure there's
throw
another
shit at
word
the
for it
wall.
too.
They throw shit at the wall and they see what sticks and they try to get you to plea out so they can get convictions on the books. But like, they didn't really have anything because like they took me in for interrogation. I didn't tell them shit. I'm not
Dude, I
retarded.
got interrogated one time as a child because I was in the video production class, and the freaking high school graduation night, somebody broke in and stole all the video equipment. It was not me, and the sheriff called me in to like come and get interrogated or whatever. I was like, okay, but like, are you going to pay for gas money? I'm kind of broke, and I was pushing like this the whole time because I knew I was good. I didn't know what that, but he didn't tell me why he wanted to speak to me. He was like, you need to come in. And so they sit me down at this fucking desk, and they put the laptop in front of me and start to like say all this shit about how they seen me on camera stealing these laptops from the high school. And I was like, what the fuck? I started to cry. Because at first I was trolling them so hard that I was like making fun of them so bad because I knew they were full of shit. They had me crying though by the end. I had to admit. I was like, what the fuck? They really think I did that shit? Like, they're like, you're going to go to jail if you don't admit to it right now. And I was like, I didn't do it. It's so like,
It's
I'm
not
not going.
that, bro. They lie to try to get you to confess.
Yes. And they told me well, this a specific example. They were taking a polygraph test, they said. And they said that I was being the one, they did this whole drama performance where the one officer left the room and he came back with the result. And it was like, oh, he's deceptive on number 3. Like, and I wasn't. Like, they were just full of shit. They had a whole drama, a performance to get information out of me and to incite, and it just filled me with bullshit lies and to get me to do anything.
If they're questioning you, right, and they haven't charged you yet, they don't have enough to charge you. So if they're like whatever they claim, if they claim they have it, right, you just tell them, if you have it, then why haven't you charged me? And then they shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? If you do got it.
Well, nowadays, yeah, I'm way more insightful now. But this was back when I was like 16, 17. No, I was 18. I graduated, so like 18, 19.
As a kid, I was real up on the knowledge of their bullshit because my dad was a cop. You know what I'm saying? I was taught the way they operate.
Yeah.
He wasn't a cop my whole life. He was a cop till I was 2. But he still knew their game. You know what I'm saying?
What did he do after that, if you can tell me?
He left the force because he was making mad money selling ice cream. He owned an ice cream distribution company.
Nice.
Not the little trucks that go around. Like, he used to sell to like supermarkets and shit and schools, and like he had.
Yeah, he had a local ice cream business. That's cool.
No, it wasn't local. He had the whole fucking Staten Island and parts of Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens.
Yeah, well, it's local to New York. It's not. It wasn't like,
New York City's enough money. He was making.
No, it's local. It's still local. It's not coming from California. It's not coming from a corporation. It's a local business.
Yeah, he was making good money, so there was no sense in him going to make fucking, police salary when he's making millions of dollars a year, bro. That just didn't make sense. But dude was a savage, bro. He built that company on his back while he was a cop.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
He was hustling.
Hustling.
I mean, the only thing it immediately brings up in my mind is Better Call Saul and the whole operation they're running with selling meth through frozen chicken thing. You know, maybe you selling cocaine back then or something to get it. You know, that was how you made it happen. Pop up. I don't know.
Pops was never a criminal, bro.
Mm-hmm. He was a straight cop, like a good, like he was genuine.
He was like a fucking cop that didn't like want to be an authoritarian douchebag. You know, he was out there to really like serve the people. You know what I mean? Like if he seen you fucking smoking a joint, he would tell you to fucking, you know what I mean? Don't be smoking the joint in front of him.
Dude, reminds me of this one. I'm just telling all these stories, so I don't give a fuck. It's been so long since I've gotten to tell some of these. I was out in as I was hitchhiking, traveling, like backpack living for like a year, and we were going up to we were up in California. We were going back down or something. I don't remember. We're in fucking Oregon, and the cop busted us like one night. We were sitting there flying signs on the road for money or whatever. We might have been asking for weed at that time in California or Oregon. We're somewhere on the West Coast, dude. I'll figure it out by the end. But this guy comes up. One of them, he gives us $100. Or no, he gave us $100 second. He gave us like $20 and then weed. And then a cop saw him give us the weed and like wrote the dude a ticket. He was like, "Whose is it? Confess to it, or I'm gonna charge you all." So the one dude just took he gave it to all four of us. I mean, whatever. The one dude took the charge or whatever. And the cops started telling us about how it's meth people, meth dealers, and all this. And this is the main concern they had. Had to be out of Oregon going back into California, I believe. And the next day, after that, one of those gets hit with this charge. It wasn't me. I don't know the guy. I never met him again. But the dude who gave us the weed came back up after he saw it, which makes me kind of think maybe he was an informant. Gave us $100 for a hotel room for the night. And we all stayed in the hotel room, all four of us, because this dude came back to give it. He saw the whole thing, gave us $100. The next morning, we're hitchhiking out, and I get in the back of this pickup truck that stops, and one guy gets in the front, and me and the other guy get in the back, and we get, I think it was from Oregon to California. We get into California and get out of the car. And I'm like, "Oh, who's the driver?" Blah, blah. It was the fucking police officer from the night before who gave that one dude the ticket, gave us a ride out of town because he was going fishing. It was the craziest fucking thing, dude. Like,
yeah, y'all were set up, bro.
Yeah, but like they got us out too. It was just crazy. So weird.
Yo, New York cops were the worst. Like, I was growing up as a kid, and they would just see that you were young. And since, like, most kids smoked weed, like, back in that time period, they would just throw everyone against the wall and search you. So, like, it was crazy, bro. They were straight.
I never experienced anything like that, but I've read about how bad it could be. I was like, dude, in America, really? Like, just stop and frisk. That was New York City, yeah. I never experienced that.
It was fucking terrible. Like, it was to the point where, like, you can get pulled over just by being young, right? So, like, we would just be fucking sitting there, you know what I mean? Like, driving down the block. And, like, my boy would, like, you know, we all smoked weed, but we weren't doing nothing wrong at that time. Like, we just got in my boy's car, and he had a roach in the ashtray. They'd pull you over, search the whole fucking car, find a roach, charge everybody in the car with fucking weed possession. Like, just crazy, dirty shit, bro. You could be doing nothing wrong and get in trouble in New York back in the day.
I mean, even up till frequent. I've seen videos not too long ago when stop and frisk, when I first became aware of it. It was like 7 years ago. It was still around. I think they've kind of stopped it. And that's why people...
We had a cop pull us over, and he said, "Do you have any weapons of mass destruction in the car?" He said, "Bro." We said, "Yo, did you just ask us if we have nukes?" Like, are you fucking serious, bro? We're fucking 16.
Oh, wait, because it was all post 9/11 response, dude. It was a crazy police state. Yeah, huh?
Do we look like fucking terrorists, bro? Like, I'm in my fucking gym shorts. Like, what are you talking about? It's fucking ridiculous. They were just on some bullshit, bro. And the worst was the fucking narcs. Yo, the narcs were literally on drugs. They were like literal drug addicts that were like insane. And they were all fucking occulted in secret societies, just rolling around, fucking people's lives up. Straight up.
Yeah, like agreeing to each other's bullshit. Yeah, dude. Oh my god, I just got off a freaking Gen X Jeff's panel, and I was like I came at it from the wrong angle, perhaps. I was doing what? Everything was good, but at the moment, I got anything like this. But then you guys come on with like the reverse information because you're like, "What's your evidence?" And you guys are like such dense evidence. When I came in here, I was like, "Oh my god, I can't even keep up." It was like the opposite problem I was experiencing over there.
I don't trust a lot of these fucking streams anymore, bro.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't trust any stream. But I mean, like, we gotta just trust our connection to the Most High. That's all
I
we
keep
got.
an eye on these people, and I'm watching channels that are straight garbage, right?
Oh
They
yeah,
come out
yeah.
and they
The
pretend.
same conversations every day, over and over and over.
No, like yo, I watch channels that are straight garbage, and they put out truth, like enough truth to try to appear like they care, but they don't put out the real hard hitting topics that'll get you channel banned, and then they're like monetized in like fucking 2 months. You know what I'm saying? And they go from a channel that's got like 2 people watching it to like fucking 80, 100 people watching it, right? And there's nothing going on the channel. Like there's no actual value in the channel. Like who are these viewers? You know what I mean?
But this is what happens. Oh, it's waste. No, but it's information that shows us how things are controlled, like from the other angle. Because no matter, like, all you have to do to influence an influencer, a young person online who makes a TikTok, and you just start. The moment they say what you wanted them to say, you just start giving them tens of thousands of dollars. The moment they do it naturally, because they'll do it once you push it through the schools and the colleges, and then you just push them up that way. They won't even know. They're just like, I'm getting all kinds of money. I'm doing good.
They make it look like they're not even being paid to do it because they get like these random shadow donors, right? Like who the fuck are these people that are donating all this money to these shit ass channels that don't put out no information?
Trash channels, dude.
Right.
And not just 80. I'm talking 900 viewers for no reason, for just drama over nothing. Over and over and over again.
If you want to know what channels, I figured out how to find out. If you want to know what channels, right, are being fucking are straight up shills, right? Straight up log out of all your accounts, delete all your cookies, right? Like reset your browser, then go on YouTube not signed in, and you'll see channels at the top of the live, right? But none of the real channels, like this channel, you'll never see TML live in that feed. So when you never see someone in there, you know that they're being fucking shadow banned. You get what I'm saying? And the channels that are being promoted are fucking cucked to the agenda. Even if they appear to be fucking blue-blooded American patriots, they're fucking cucked to the agenda in one way or another because they're being promoted by the motherfucking, you know what I mean, by the agenda. They're not shadow banned. You can't be out here for 2 months and not get shadow banned if you put out any real information. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's the reality. You're not getting monetized if you put out real information. It's not happening.
Yeah, that always brings me to the intention of like these panels and the dynamics between them, and how the panelists move around, and how big those communities could ever be, and how much of a plan there is in place to like organize them once they get to be out of hand, because they've already got it where you can't get too many people together at once, but they are slowly growing. There's no way. So how would they be dividing them over and over again? I don't know. I'm not even asking for now. I'm just wondering that in the moment.
I mean, I don't even know, but there's definitely some shit going on where they even have, I believe, fucking a lot of people are unaware that they're hooked up to some kind of technological hive mind, and they're out here doing the agenda unbeknownst to them. You know, it's like you got people that are so loaded with nano, for example, and they're out here basically not speaking from their own knowledge or feelings. They're speaking from the nano. They're basically become a human biological puppet for the agenda that appears to be a grassroots movement, or a grassroots fucking, group. And so I'm not saying that all these people are working for agencies, because that's not what it is. What it is these people are essentially being mind controlled. It's like MK Ultra next level, where they've inoculated these people, and they're fucking now hooked into this hive mind, and they don't even realize it, because nothing ever happened to them in their knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, it's both that, and I was just talking to somebody today about like how like it's like look at the left hand, not the right. About how they're like, oh, it's we're not putting chips in your head. Oh, if we were putting chips in your brain, which they want to do, and some people will take, but that's not even the point. It's kind of like a sleight of hand, like where they're like, oh, it doesn't matter. We're not doing that. We're not doing anything like that. But meanwhile, they're subtly programming people on every level, sticking all sorts of other technology into them without identifying that issue at all. It's just like
people got tricked into believing like, oh, if you don't get jabbed, then you're good. That's not the case. That was just one massive movement that they wanted to essentially put out there. They wanted to have a mass inoculation of specific technology to test its effects on different groups of the population and be able to monitor and harvest the data from that experiment. So that was just one experiment. But now that they've got the information they needed, they know what works and what doesn't. And they utilized platforms and the panelverse in order to basically collect the data that they needed to see if they could put in these inputs and see what outputs they would get on these people. Now, they then took what worked and started implementing it into the food, the air, you know what I'm saying? The clothes, everything you taste, touch, and smell is probably nano dusted. And I know that
see,
sounds
you're
crazy.
filling in the gaps here. See, I don't even know what this argument would be claimed as, because this is like it's new information, it's new technology. You're claiming it's for yours to be like a thing. What you're saying is artificial intelligence is filling in the gaps. Would have to be.
What do you mean filling in the gaps?
All that information, the data compilation on that level, that scale, it's
What if I
it's
told
going
you
in
this?
AI and coming out.
What if I told you this? That there is really only one main source of actual artificial intelligence, so to speak, right? And what we know as quantum computing is actually them tapping into the processing power of a span of human minds. They've hijacked the biology of billions of people, and they're able to utilize that like a blockchain where they have people solving just a small portion. Like bit miners, how you could go into a bit miner pool where your computer only solves a portion of the fucking problem.
Yeah, mine Bitcoin, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now imagine that instead of solving a hash, it's solving computational problems. They've hijacked billions of people's neurons, and they're utilizing biological computational power and calling it the D wave. Right? So, because if you really look into quantum computing, you know what I'm saying? They tell you that we just send information, we don't know where it goes, and it comes back solved. Well, what do you mean you don't know where it goes? Okay? It's not that they don't know where it goes, it's that they're not being told where it's going. And so I'm saying that the Internet of Things is not just ring doorbells and fucking smart coffee machines. I'm saying that human beings have been hooked into a sub-network that we are unaware of. We're still out here operating on the www network, which is like the ultimate surface of this. But there's also other networks communicating in light, communicating in low EMF. You know what I'm saying? And this stuff is also happening person to person and daisy chaining back to a source. Now, I believe that source is a black cube at the center of Saturn.
Well, yeah. The overlay, that's the overlay. The Saturn
It gets
moon
even deeper. It
But
gets
then,
deep.
yeah, well, see, at the end of the day, what they want you, what I perceive with that one is they want you to upload your consciousness into AI and to live forever in this
So
other place
I believe that there is essentially,
willingly,
right, there's the
to willingly
system,
do so.
you know what I'm saying? There's the nanotechnological black goo system, which is the beast, right? And then you have essentially that ties into Satan. And the source of all the AI is, in my opinion, Satan essentially tapping into the physical through technology.
Right. Well, I mean, the demonic possession, they would possess a body because they don't have their own. They need to make their own or possess it. So yeah, why not just get people to make it for you? Of course, that would be the way to do it. Like,
And I mean, there's a lot more to this, and I'm really gonna lay it out soon, but I don't have the ability to lay it out for you here on this stream. I'm gonna put it all on paper, so it's a lot easier to digest because it's hard for me to even organize my own thoughts. It just gets so fucking deep. We're dealing with fucking ancient technology. Nanotech is not new technology; it's ancient technology, and that's what people don't realize. You know, they think we're sitting here reverse engineering a fallen alien spaceship. That's not true. We're sitting here reverse engineering ancient technology. We're digging the shit up. That's what was going on in Antarctica. They were digging under the fucking ice to try to get to the flash frozen fucking layers that contained preserved ancient technology. That's why they
see,
went
when
into Baghdad.
see, because the way I look at this is like a totally natural aspect. Is I've explained this before actually on TML's panel somehow because I'm totally in this information now. Like the graphene or whatever they were saying was graphene or something in these things. Like graphite is like the final form of death. Like after it becomes oil, coal, tar, shilajit, fulvic acid, all these things, after whatever process it goes through and it gets to the core of the earth, it becomes graphite. It's ancient, decayed, living material. And so they always say these graphene things, this black goo, like a living black goo. I've seen these people say like the spirit that moves around and like controls people. They've caught it in videos. I saw this whole thing on that. It's basic. Around the same time they're talking about the black substance in the, you know, and so it tied this information together for me in a certain way. But anyhow, you have oil, coal. We depend on all these things anyhow. Like this is just how I build information. Like I just see the pattern. We use all this. We're surrounded by plastics, pharmaceuticals, all this stuff. It comes from the decayed matter, death. It comes from death.
So what we have is essentially we have a biosphere, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was based on what we know as nature, which is actually really advanced biological technology that's bio-based, right? Created by God.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have this other, right? This other entity that is working to terraform this natural biome into a synthetic one that entity can rule over.
Right, and that's what the term synthetic derives from. These petroleum, the coal, the tar, all this, because they make the plastics from. That's what synthetics come from mostly. Most synthetics we know of, all these issues we think of with the estrogen blockers and all this stuff, like whatever, I forget what they're called, the whatever phytoestrogens. They're, there's these plastics, there's these pharmaceuticals and all this, and they just make it out of petropharmaceutical chemicals and all this because it's just decayed plant matter for the most part. And the polyphenols, which are like the things that turn, there's like 8,000 of them that they know of, and they do all sorts of things. But one of the things they really do that I could just point to right now would be like when the leaves change color in the fall and they turn to red, yellow, and orange. Those are polyphenols. They're the substance that's left behind when the chlorophyll stops producing before the leaf dies. And it's protecting this leaf from the sun. It's UV protection. And it does that for the human body too. But there's all sorts of, there's 8,000 of these. There's so many of them. But this it's all about the breakdown and decaying of life and matter. I'm sorry, I ranted on too long. I've lost myself there. I'll continue on later. But yes.
We got somebody in the chat going on rants, and I'm going to be honest, I don't really trust people that do that. It seems like they're trying to throw shade on what we're saying here.
What are they saying?
Just all kinds of random left field shit, trying to connect everything that we're saying to some kind of left field shit. Just throwing shade. You know what I mean? I can never understand why somebody would
Holy
want to
cow,
have
that's
a
a whole
conversation.
paper.
Yeah, like if you got that much to say, click the link. It's really simple. You know, and the fact that most of the people that say this much shit don't click the link leads me to believe that we're dealing with some type of bot, some type of puppet, some type of mind-controlled poor soul, or a retard. You know what I mean? Or an agent.
And
It's really
God
hard to
forbid
tell.
we go to Pigo Pogo Optics, dude. Please. We don't want to go there.
We're not going Pigo Pogo optics. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what it is all the time. You know what I'm saying? But there are a lot of pedo pogo optics out here. That's the truth.
No, I mean there are. I'm not denying what you're saying. I'm just saying, you know, I don't want to go that far. I don't want to see that in my presence. It's going to be a problem if I see that, you know? That's all
It's
I'm
not
saying.
always that. You know what I'm saying? It's not
No,
always
no,
that.
no.
You know what I mean? You can't be a snafu and just call everyone a pigo pogo. You know what I mean? That you don't like. That's also throwing shade. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that just use that as their fucking shield against anyone who disagrees with them. And that's not what it is. There's a lot more going on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and there's more nuance with that. Dude, I don't even want to. If I started to explain the things that I've seen online recently that people are trying to get me to point out, I don't even know where to begin with what people are doing out there, man. Sometimes, like, if you want to get, like, I don't even want to get into, like, how do you, dude? You don't go around yelling at people. That's all I know. Good lord.
I mean, you do yell at people sometimes. Sometimes they
Well,
need
in person, maybe,
I mean,
or well, if you got them on panel.
Even on the panel, sometimes you got to yell at
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah,
Let
yeah.
them
If you
know.
got them on the panel, I'm just talking about like making a channel. I don't know. Well,
I'm just observing, you know, and what I see is I see 30 people tuned in watching, right? And I see one person talking to themselves. But if they're talking to us, just click the link. You know what I mean? Like, what is the thing with people that are scared to click the link? I don't know. And even like you got the most timid people. I've seen the most timid people at least come on a panel. It doesn't really add up with human nature. You know, if you are watching something that you're giving your attention, usually you want to participate in it. And if you want to participate in it to the point of talking in chat, then you would more than be happy to click the link. So it's like, what are you hiding when you do this? That's my question. You know, what are you trying to conceal? You know? Yeah, see, that's the thing. Ha ha. Ha ha. Got him. You know what I mean? It's all hilarious.
You summoned the wizard somehow.
Oh, we said Pedo Pogo, and he was spawned from the deepest, darkest corners.
Lols.
You know? Silence is golden. I mean, it's golden if you don't got nothing to say of value. I agree. You know, if you can't speak, it's golden. But when you do have a lot to say, then you're obviously not being silent. You feel like you know something. If you do, come tell the world. Welcome.
who's this?
Welcome.
No, Lord. I heard this chick earlier today on a panel on OTW. She lost her voice for 3 years, she said. And she all of a sudden got it back like 2 days ago. Oh. And then Snafu started yelling at her about it.
Figures.
Well, now that we've summoned a demon, how you do, demon?
Pretty good. I like spraying chemtrails. Do you like your microwave food? How about your irradiated Coca-Colas and Pepsis with your baby fetuses? Do you enjoy that too?
I like to baste my microwave food in baby fetus Pepsi, actually.
Oh, well.
While I'm
Gonna,
inside the microwave with it. You know what I'm saying?
gonna feed you all to the goyams anyway. Little chicken nugget goyams. That's what y'all gonna be. Goyam hamburgers.
Chicken McGoyam.
You will eat the bugs and you will be happy. You will own nothing and you will be happy. Yeah, we will ask the questions.
Well, there goes the panel.
What's wrong, Rant? You don't want to worship Satan today. You worship Satan every other day. What's wrong with today? Take your bath salts and worship Satan at your local Walmart that's being turned into a concentration camp. I had a big military plane fly over my city yesterday. They're doing military exercises to get ready for that insurgent of illegal immigrants coming across the borders. It's okay. Don't worry. They're not coming for your wives or your children or your cars or your house. They're coming for your children. Oh, wait, no, that's the gays. Oh, what's wrong? You're scared to talk about real world problems? You know, it's funny, they claim that Africa's starving, but yeah, it's one of the most richest countries in the world. But they tell you it's the poorest. That's not true. But you'll go pay another $1,000 for that iPhone battery, won't you?
What is your accent, sir? What is this? It mixes back and forth between several maneuvers there. I'm trying to figure that one out.
I'm sorry, would you prefer me to sound like a Martian? I will come and help you. That's right, because little green men traveling billions of light years from other planets just to come and mutilate your cows and impregnate men. Oh, that's right, men can get pregnant. Oh, wait, yeah, they can, according to people now. I don't know what it is anymore. I'm confused. I'm just as confused as they are. Hey, if I wake up and claim I'm a billionaire in the morning, does that make me a billionaire? I'm Jeff Bezos. I'm Elon Musk. I'm Mark Zuckerberg. At least they have bunkers. But according to Rand, that's just fear-mongering.
Inner Darkness, I encourage you to listen to Jack Talcott. It seems like you're stuck in some ego.
Jack Talcott.
You're identifying with your ego identity.
Jack Talcott
what
is
sort
the
of identity
Antichrist.
can I have? What sort of thing
The
can
only
I
person I
partake
identify
in?
with is Jesus Christ. You're going to talk about Jack Talcott. Jack Talcott cannot save you. No man can save you but Jesus Christ. Hush your mouth, boy. That's right. I believe in Satan. Shh. Because it's 2024. I can worship Satan and Jesus at the same time. You can't tell me that. My feelings are more important than your facts.
I can't tell you nothing.
Well, I mean, when you meet a demon and see a UFO, I mean, you can't really tell people much after that either, but it's okay. Consumerism, corporate America, keep buying. Just keep going to Walmart and spend all that money. And then when they take away the food stamps, the TANF, you can't get into your bank anymore. And then that little green change that's in your pocket don't matter anymore. It won't matter. And then people think
Are you related to Illumitami?
No, I don't know that screaming female.
No, he isn't.
It's
I think
okay.
they share the same demon pool, though.
Demons? No, that's your genetics, not mine, man. That's okay.
They have demons in common.
Demons. Bro, they have nuclear weapons that can literally wipe out from, if you drop one in Washington, D.C. right now, where I'm living, of which I wouldn't give them details, I would still get enough nuclear fallout that my skin would boil and peel off, regardless if I was hiding in the mountains close to me. So keep thinking that, it's all hee ha ha. It's okay. Just keep taking your boosters and your vaccines. Vote for Kamala Harris and your Donald Trump. You MAGA motherfuckers who think that Trump are your savior, but in reality, he's owned and barcoded just like the rest of them by barcode. I mean, mark of the beast. But that's right. God doesn't exist because, like in the X Files, they said God will be the science. Science will be their God. It don't matter because I'm crazy, right? Because I believe in God and the devil. It's funny. At least I'm not Gen F Jax. Where is it? Gen X Jeff? There you go. Yeah. He denies. He says he worships Satan, but Satan's not real. And I'm like, that's retarded, and that makes no sense. You believe in something, so you're an atheist in essence. Just like people who believe that you fly around in a ball in space at millions of miles an hour randomly, and that it's all out of order, but it came from nothing, but yet somehow it has order. But it's okay. Just believe your NASA live streams or the bubbles flying around. It's okay. Did you see the bubbles? I saw the bubbles. Did you see the fly? I saw a fly. I saw a UFO. You want to know how? I saw it. It flew by me real quick, and someone was standing there with me. I was like, wait, you see that? I was like, yeah. And then a demon came and attacked me. He said we're all going to die. It's okay.
Yo, why do people separate talking to people in real life and the internet?
There's no
This is
different.
actually
There's
real
no different.
people.
There's no different. You know how many
And you're
people
really
who,
talking
you know
to
how many
real
people,
people.
you know how many people who I've talked to in real life who can't even hold a logical conversation beyond what they've been indoctrinated in inside their schools. You know how many people who I've met who have served in the military who have admitted to me that a majority of what they have taught us in school is not the truth. I mean, the funny thing is a lot of people will sit here and say just because someone can't bring in a lot of, you know, big headed words or scientific words into a conversation means that they just automatically have no wisdom, bro. You don't have to know textbook knowledge. That's the worst thing you could do is go by textbook knowledge and try to use the words and social constructs that even people who are defending Christianity or any type of what you may consider a good cause. It's not a good idea. Like dude saying believe in Jack Talcott. I have listened to Jack for about over a year now, and all he sounds like is someone who so
It's
desperately
funny
wants to
that you
become.
disagree with me on that, but
He
like what
wants.
you just said
He
was
wants.
exactly what I just said on Gen X Jeff's basically. You just summarized my whole experience on Gen X Jeff. Thank you.
Okay, well he's no different. I mean, if anything, Jack Talcott's a closeted Satanist who's trying to desperately become a Freemason or an Illuminati member.
Luciferian.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Dare I
Those are technical
share the
terms.
story of the one time me and my friend were convinced the Freemasons wanted us to come into their facility? It was awesome. So many police.
Well, you're not going to get in unless you're willing to sacrifice a member of your family. So unless you're willing to go that far, you're not going to get in anyway.
No, dude. Oh, dude, we were like convinced. We were just tripping, dude. And we walked up to the thing. We walked up because we knew where it was. It was like right by the neighborhood I lived in, the Freemason place. It was like 9 and 10 at night. We didn't even think anyone was there. There was nobody in the parking lot. We were just walking down the road, and we're gonna go and knock on the door because I feel like they're calling. But dude, we were just tripping. Dude, it was not. Dude, not good influences. But the moment we got into the back, we walked around back, like to get to the door because that's where the door was. By the time we got from the front of the parking lot to the back, police cars swooped in from every side of the parking lot. There was like 4 immediately there. We didn't even see any one of them around. They were all of a sudden surrounding us, and we just told them. I told them exactly that. That's what we said. We told them. We were just like, oh, we thought they wanted to talk to us.
You know what you gotta do? You gotta go to the Masonic Lodge, right? And there's like a website that shows you when they meet. It's like usually on like the first Thursday of the month at 7 p.m. And you just wait there, bro, and you'll see every Mason in your fucking area. Because they gotta go in.
Yeah, I've never seen them like active like that. I've never paid much attention.
Well, it's because they all go only one day a month at 7 p.m. on Thursday. Who the fuck is out at the Masonic Lodge at 7 p.m. on Thursday? I'm just saying. That's how you catch them.
Oh, I figured out how to catch them somehow. I don't want to catch them again. I don't care. Leave me alone. I can't do that. Dude, that shit was wild.
Yo, they were already there, okay?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, exactly. Like, why? Like, it wasn't because of me and him. It wasn't. It had nothing to do with us. They were already there. Like,
So, yo, the vocal range is different demons fighting for the chance to speak, I'm pretty sure.
How did you know, Rant? How did you know it was the multiple personalities? Remember?
Not actually personalities. There's
Yeah,
one you, and that
no.
one you.
Oh, that's right.
Covered.
That's right. That's right. We are many. That's right. I'm Legion.
There's one you, and we've got to the core you before.
Or my Ermac. And my Ermac from Mortal Kombat. We are many. You are but one.
We've been down this road.
Thunder take you. Pew, pew. Come on, man. It's 2024. You can be a Mortal Kombat character now. You can be Sailor Moon.
Bro, I'm gonna come at you with a super soaker full of holy water. Don't fuck with me, dog.
You can be Goku. Come on, man.
Yo, I got a garlic launcher, bro. Right? Don't fuck around.
You accuse me of vampire. That's vampire phobia. I'm offended now.
All right, bro. You don't even know what offense is, dog. Quit playing.
Once you've accepted death, nothing offends you. And nothing really scares you. Except for, what comes after. And it's not even that's scary. It's the one that can destroy your soul. Now that's pretty scary.
So what have you been doing all day, bro?
One room was taken, everything so long.
You been in one room all day?
No.
Oh. So I'm saying, what have you been doing? How you living your life?
Preparing.
What are you preparing for?
The end is nigh. The end is nigh. Make sure I get high first.
Well, what are you doing? You're digging a hole? Like, what do you got going on?
What's the point of digging a hole when the hole is going to be collapsed and shaken and broken up and there'll be no more hole? See, that's what's funny. All these rich people are telling you that they're going to space, but in reality, they're building their bunkers in the mountains when the mountains are going to fall upon them and crush them. And then they'll cry out, crush us for the mountains, but it won't fall to kill them. Not yet. Not until the locusts come out and play.
So how are you preparing exactly?
Preparing spiritually, brother. You can prepare this. You can prepare this physical body all you want. You better be prepared for what comes for the spiritual battle, boy.
So what are you doing? You just hanging out with the demons, preparing?
Pray to the Lord every day, boy. Pray to the Lord. Hallelujah.
Did you at least prepare breakfast?
I did. Had a fat old juicy steak, some adrenochrome.
You ate a steak for breakfast?
With some grasshoppers and fried tarantulas. I had a mosquito burger.
You ate a mosquito burger?
Yep, mosquito burger. From Zimbabwe, or I don't know where it's at.
Fantastic.
Don't do drugs, kids.
What kind of drugs you doing lately?
The feds are watching. The feds are watching.
Anything good?
No, unfortunately, just good old THC.
I don't know.
I'm not allowed to do the hardcore stuff. You don't want no beef. You don't want no beef.
Probation
How about
officer be getting
how
on
about
your
another
case,
joke,
bro?
Murray? How about another joke, Murray?
You got a probation officer, bro, piss testing you for
Nope.
the hard shit?
I've only been in the back of a police car once, and that was because I missed the bus ride home. And then when I missed the bus the second time at like 14, he said, "We're not a taxi service. You can walk downtown." And I said, "What if I got raped and kidnapped?" And he didn't answer me and then drove off. There's your tax dollars, American people.
Well, he drove off because he was like, "That's a good idea."
That's a good idea. Let him get kidnapped and sold into sex slavery, little prostitute. Where's my Liam Neeson to come save me? I want Liam Neeson to come and save me. Use the force, Luke. Yeah. All you humans watching your movies. What if I told you that every single movie that was made on Earth was actually for the devil in hell, so he has a good time watching it? Look, I can go back and watch every single thing. That's why they sell their souls, right? That's why they go to the couch, the casting couch. Isn't that what they called it? Claim to be virtuous as you watch your porn. At least, you know, Jess can admit he does it out in the open, loud and proud, like my gay cousin. You mewling quims. Those hookers let you down. Great. Now let's see Paul Allen's card.
Who's Paul Allen, dude?
I don't know. Maybe he's an astronaut who went to space. Oh, that's right. That was fake too, right? That's a hoax.
Is it?
I don't know. You tell me. They're the ones with bubbles in space. You live under a dome. You live on a ball. Huh, you live on a fucking flat piece of rock. You live in your mama's ass crack. Does it really fucking matter where you live? The point is that they're poisoning and killing us all. Keep you divided even more as you argue about the shape of your earth. Ain't nothing more than a Wizard of Oz. The whole entire world's a stage. There's a man behind the curtain pulling special effects. Everybody's
Why
just
are
eating
you
up.
so miserable?
It's not miserable. It's called conspiracy theories to those woke people. It's called conspiracy. You take your red pill.
You definitely
take your blue
Illuminati's
pill.
distant cousin.
These
I
aren't
don't-
conspiracy theories. This is like your looping schizophrenic fear.
Looping. It's not looping fear if it's been going on since the day you were born.
All you do is talk
How
about
is it fear? How is it fear when what? Over 90% of the population fell for the fucking COVID hoax? Yeah,
Do
but
you
it's
have
fear.
any
It's fear.
solutions?
Did you go get a COVID vaccine? Did you rant? Did you?
have-
Huh? Did you? Did
you
you? Did
have
you? Shut the
any
fuck up. Shut the fuck
solutions
up.
or
Shut the
just
fuck up.
fear?
Shut the fuck up. Answer the question. Did you go get a COVID booster? Huh?
What do you think,
Did
stupid?
you? I don't know. I would hope not. I hope you weren't that retarded.
Bro,
You claim to be smart.
I won't even go to the doctor to get my fucking teeth looked at, bro. Let
Oh,
alone get a
that's
fucking
why you have
government
anal
issued ban.
cancer. Damn, dude. You gonna turn into Whitney Houston. Boy said, I ain't gonna have no fingers shoved up my ass. I ain't gonna be checked for no
Do you
cancer.
have any solutions, demon, or just problems?
It's not a solution.
It sounds like you got a lot of problems.
So what do you do when you break an arm? Do you know how to make a splint?
I break an arm, I break an
You know how to
arm.
make a brace?
The trick
Oh.
is don't break
Oh,
your
so that's
arm,
that's
okay?
why it looks like a retarded rotisserie chicken, right? Bark, bark.
You know what I mean?
He said, I don't trust the man. I don't trust the doctor.
I don't trust a doctor.
That's right. Because they're going to put more than a finger in your ass.
Why would I trust the doctor? They've never cured anything except fucking, you know.
That's right.
illness with-
They have the cure to cancer. They have the cure to AIDS. They have the cure to diabetes. They have the cure for every single disease on earth. They just
They're
don't
not
want
in the business of
They
curing.
don't. That's right.
people. It's
They
not
want to keep you sick.
profitable.
Take them pills. Take them pills. Stay
They're in the
sick.
pro- they're in
Stay
the
fat.
business of
Stay fat.
maintaining
Stay fat. Stay fat and
life
obese. Eat
for
your McDonald's.
profit.
Eat your goddamn hamburgers. Eat your goddams. That's right. Eat your white people. We send them in your boxes home. You eat them. Grind them into beef. Put them in a box. Call them McDonald's. KFC. Finger looking good.
You talk to people like this in the real world.
There is real people in the real world. There is Jews who literally gonna say and
saying, like,
they believe that they are gonna own over 12,000 goyams. They're gonna own us. They're gonna own us all.
Do
The
you go
goddamn
around
Jews.
and talk to
Them
people
Jews.
like this, though?
I met a Jew about 2 weeks ago who
Or
said
is
that
this
he
just like
worships
a-
Satan. What do you say
Is
about
this
that,
just an
huh?
act
Huh?
that you
Huh?
do when
Huh?
you're on the
Huh?
internet?
Huh?
Or
What do
is
you
this
say
how
about a
you are?
rabbi? What do you say about a rabbi that worships Satan and he believes he's gonna own over 12,000 Americans? What do you say
I'm
to
just
that?
saying,
But that's a conspiracy
delivery
theory.
is real
It's not
bad.
real. It's not real. and your cognitive dissonance is showing.
Like, you're actually doing it.
They got a SAM site on them.
You're
They're
making
hacking
the
his brain
truth
with a
sound
satellite.
crazy.
Oh, that's right. There's no such thing as satellites. It's all conspiracy.
You're like the
The
ultimate
machine
disinfo
lies.
agent.
That's right.
You come out and tell the
Dude,
truth.
he's a snafu Illuminati like mixture of like, and then somebody else I picked up on, dude. The freak, like all of it combined.
No, it's not. Tell me why
Beautiful.
Facebook. Hey,
Lol,
tell me.
truth
Tell me why Facebook protect pedophiles. Oh, that's right, because Mark Zuckerberg is a Jew and he's one too.
I think you're a Jew pedophile.
Oh no, throwing accusations. You better be careful with that.
Prove me wrong.
You better be careful.
I'm just saying, all you do is disinfo.
Next thing you know, there's a laser sight coming through the window.
You know, when you sound this crazy,
Oh,
and you speak
next
the
thing you
truth,
know,
you're doing
next
a
thing you know,
disservice to the
next
truth.
thing you know, next thing you know,
give
there's about
nobody
12
any
cars.
context
Next
as
thing you know, there's
comments and amendments.
Rant, nobody
You know what I'm
likes
saying?
you. Rant, nobody likes you.
You can't even have a
Nobody likes you,
conversation.
Rant. Yes, you can. Ask me a question. Go ahead.
Do you think I care about being liked? Is that the direction you're going to try to take your psyop today?
Psyop? What is that, a
Yeah.
philosophy?
No, it's what you do.
Remember, I'm a satanic Christian. I can be anything I want. It's 2024. Give it the program, Rant. I can be a fucking starship captain of the USS
You're
Enterprise,
coming off like a
goddammit.
retard. You know what I'm saying? You're not coming off like anything but a retard.
Oh no, I'm turning into a Ricky Berwick.
No, you're literally the embodiment of Ricky Berwick on methamphetamine.
It's called an act. You know, every single one of us have an act when you get on here. Illuminati,
No, that's
machine,
you.
everyone.
That's you.
That's me. That's me.
Yeah, I'm the same
Such big
person
words.
that you meet
Such
right
big
here.
words. Such big
I'm the
words
same
for a big
person.
man. Oh
I
no.
don't have to hide who I am because I'm
Rant,
okay with who I
Rant,
am.
it's okay. We're all going to go to hell together. So everything you say
No,
right now
that's
in this
you.
period of time, no, you are. You claim Jesus
That's
Christ as your
you.
Lord and Savior, but you wouldn't lay down your life for your brother. You wouldn't lay down your life for your neighbor. When was the last time that you put yourself in harm's way to protect a child from harm or a woman
When was the
being beat
last
by her
time
husband?
you said
I have.
something that was
I did.
coherent?
I put my life
Tell us
in harm's
about
way at least 3 times in my life to
Prove
help
it.
protect someone who's less than me. But not you.
Prove it.
Prove it. Well,
Yeah,
you want me
prove
to
something.
you want me to nunchuck you in the
All
head?
you
I can
do is
prove
talk
that.
shit. Prove
How do you like
something.
that?
Prove it.
Prove it. I'm no bastard. I'm Bruce Lee.
You
Can't
gonna
jump
prove
real high,
anything?
huh? You'll always be a good dishwasher. You ever see that movie? Jason Scott Lee. It's pretty good.
Yo, you're a shoe shiner. Not
A
even
shoe shiner.
dishwasher.
Are you calling me a black man? That's racist.
No,
Oh
I'm saying
no.
you shine shoes.
I shine shoes.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I don't suck dick like you, Ran. I'm sorry. Shoe shiner.
I'm saying you shine shoes, bro.
I don't give
Go
no
get
hot
your shine
tours.
box.
I don't
You
give
know
no
what I'm
hot tours. I don't get no hot tours.
Go get your shine box.
Shut up. Serve Satan.
Are you getting mad?
I don't get mad, I get glad.
Is that why you hang out with Gen X Jeff?
Gen X
You got a
Jeff.
crush on him, bro?
That's right. That's right. He's my closeted homosexual satanic friend. That's right. Yep. We're best buds. I like to send him pictures of my chocolate starfish.
Damn.
When I'm
Scratching
dancing.
the surface of the truth. He's hitting
I
me
like
with
I
sarcasm.
like
It's
to
gotta be
listen. I like to wear my
Damn, we
colorful
just
little
cracked the ice on
I like to wear my little colorful furry suit and walk around with my cattail butt plug and say, because we are many, we are strong, I am legion, and I can be anything I want. Because you can't tell me that. Because my feelings matter more than facts, Rant. How dare you? How dare you tell me I can't wear a dress? How dare you tell me I can't cut off my penis and that I can't have children? It's not stated in my bones, Rant. It's stated in my feelings.
Yo, you smoke crack with that mouth?
I don't know. I may do K2. I might eat someone's face butt naked like that guy in Florida. Who knows? Maybe I'm Dylan Mulvaney and I can be the gay. I can be the gay. Look,
I've seen some
I'm
face
sorry.
eaters in my
I'm
life. You
sorry.
ain't one of them.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do I not talk black enough for you? Would you want me to dominate you with my black man voice?
Oh
Yeah,
my
do the
goodness,
black-
are we
do the black
activating
voice.
agents out here with this technology? Oh well.
Do the black voice, bro.
I'm sorry, man.
That's poor attempt.
Well,
Get better,
duh.
bro.
I'm not fucking black.
Well, I mean, you said you was gonna intimidate me with your black voice, but I wanted to
I
hear it.
can't. I can't do the N word, Rand.
I'm not feeling very, intimidated.
I'm not trying to imitate you. I'm not trying to intimidate you or entertain you. The point is I get
I know,
I
you're
get the
just trying to
Satanists
lie.
I get the Satanists who are in the comments and are watching to come out, and then I snip my proof so that way I can go back later and review it.
Where do you reveal it?
I didn't say reveal. I said review. Clean the cum out of your ears, and you'd be able to hear me.
Where do you review it?
With my 3-letter agencies.
Which ones? ABC.
The FBI, the female body inspector. That's right. Mm-hmm.
I think I know what alphabet agency you're part of. The LGBTQ.
Uh-oh. We got 2319, or is that a code 666? It's okay, because you're all going to take your mark. See, Machine is the smartest one on here because he's right about the machines. Everyone think it's all ha-ha funny until your Nintendo Switch starts fucking jamming into your brain with a Neuralink. Oh, God. The Matrix is coming. It's a fucking coincidence.
Yo, this is fascinating.
It's not fascinating. It's fascinating that over 80% of the population believes everything that I just stated in the few minutes that I've been talking.
Yo,
That's
what
literally
happened to you in your life to cause you to
that
do
is
that?
me. Listen, shut up. That is literally the comments that I read off of Facebook that I have screenshotted that people have tried to tell me that that's what they believe in on post. And every single one of them are part of the rainbow people and a few Donald Trumpers. But, that's me literally just reading the screenshots in front of me of what
Bro,
I've
what happened
snapped.
to you? I'm just wondering.
I like proving that people are hypocrites like you, Rant.
What has to happen to
Do you
someone's mind to break the system?
I like proving people like Jack Talcott to be antichrists.
What are you trying to prove here? That you're retarded? You've proven it.
You're an antichrist, Rant.
Prove it.
Prove it. Who's your Lord and Savior?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ walks into a bar. That's not bad.
Is that
But what if I told you Jesus wasn't his name? So you're worshiping the white dude. You're worshiping the wrong Jesus. You're worshiping the white one.
I don't worship Jesus, stupid.
No, who do you worship? Satan. Who do you worship?
I worship God.
God. Just God, no Holy Spirit?
Yeah, I don't worship the Holy Spirit. It's a fucking spirit of God. You worship God, it's all encumbering.
How can 3 people be one, Rand? That don't make no sense.
They can't, bro. You don't even know my position.
So who is Jesus Christ? Who is Jesus Christ to you?
The Son of God.
Did he die for your sins?
Basically.
That's a Satanist term. Uh-oh. He didn't basically. He did.
Basically.
There is no basically. It's either he did or he didn't.
Tell me what you know.
Do you believe that a man loved you so much that he died on the cross after being scorned and spit on and pissed on in the streets? Do you believe
God
it?
loved me so much that he sent his only begotten son to die.
But I thought we were all his sons. I thought the angels were the sons of God. So how did he send his only son if there's multiple sons?
I don't think so. I don't think everyone's his son.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you getting the demons pissed off. Uh-oh.
I must be onto something. Because, some people are of their father, the devil.
Oh, Beelzebub. I call him Pennywise. Hiya, Georgie.
Jesus
You want
was
a
not a
blown animal?
mushroom. All right. This guy in chat, this fucking half a midwit genius, Jesus is a mushroom. It's not true. All right.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear a word you said. I was talking to the
hit
demon.
the crack pipe again. Maybe
I
you'll
was
hear better.
talking to the demon in the corner of my room. Shut up, Rand. He's smoking a cigar. He's got red eyes, and he's looking at me, and he's saying, "Novus Ordo Seclorum." He's telling me, "Get ready for it. Get ready for it. They're gonna depopulate the planet. Get ready. They don't need nuclear weapons
Do you
because
go
we're
to
gonna do
sleep
it.
listening to Alex Jones or something, bro?
They're
What's
gonna do
wrong?
it. They're gonna do it. We're gonna do it ourselves."
Bro, I got the document
We'll do it
right here.
ourselves. We are the Walking Dead. Jesus Christ, we are the Walking Dead. That's what you fucking retards never realized the whole time you sit there and saw Rick biting out a man's throat as the man was trying to rape his poor little Carl. Is that we are the Walking Dead.
All right, I've had my fun with you. You can now talk aimlessly.
I'm sorry. Would you prefer to talk about your 9/11s or your Pearl Harbors? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what's coming up. Happy anniversary, everyone. Never forget. It's 9/11. Oh, my God. 2 planes flew into 2 buildings. What a coincidence. And one building, it fell down without anything more than consequential office fires. But it was just a coincidence. And for the last how many, 20 years, you motherfuckers have done nothing about the fucking government shoving the fucking fist up your fucking ass with no lube, with the Patriot Act and everything else since Michael and I, and you think Donald Trump's gonna save you? Ugh. You're fucking retarded. Every last one of you MAGAs. See, Machine knows. He's not stupid. Everyone else is stupid. Hell, I'm stupid. But he's not stupid. TML is Jesus. That's right. He's my Jesus. Without TML, there is no God. He is God. Maybe we all are God. I mean, that's what they're telling you anyway, right? You idiots. I'll give you 5 years? And if the human race doesn't wipe themselves out, they're going to do it for us. Bill Gates has already done it with his vaccines, like he told you in that TED Talk 9 years ago. If we do a really great job with vaccines, we'll be able to reduce the population by 10 to 15%. It'll be okay. Oh, gorgeous.
I already got some kind of UN reward for that the other day. I just heard that yesterday. He got some kind of a UN there was a literal depopulation award from the UN. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, just go about it and buy your Starbucks. Keep going to your job, do your 9 to 5s. While the ultra rich live deep on the ground off on an island out in the ocean. And, what's funny is that the real people who own and run this world don't even live in the continents that they tell you about, because why? There's other land here that they don't want you to know about. Oh, that's right. Admiral Byrd was just another psyop. That wasn't real either. I don't know what's real anymore. What is real, people? You fucking tell me. You claim you're smarter than me. At least I don't wake up every single day telling myself that I can be a fucking woman. So who's crazier? Huh? The crazy conspiracy theorist who's calling out everyone? Or the man who wakes up and says, I can have a baby one day? Who's crazier? The guy who wears a fucking dog mask and a Speedo and thinks it's okay to twerk with his fucking ass crack spread in front of a child? Or the guy who claims he met a demon at 9 years old? Well, at least I'm not wearing a dog mask going around there and shaking my ass crack out there for everyone to see it. But that's right, according to Rand, I could be. He called me the P word. Oh, no. Oh. I don't like pizza or handkerchiefs or chicken. I know all the code words. I know all the symbols, the spirals and the triangles. I expose it every single day on Facebook. I report it to Facebook and they say it doesn't go against our community standards, even though it's literally saying that I like 10-year-olds. But they don't care. They don't care. Even though I've sent video and picture photos to them and to the local police department. We'll get back to you 2 months later, so no investigations. Hell, you want to know what? I sent a tip to the FBI the other day because a therapist claimed, not a therapist, Jesus Christ, a terrorist, a 15-year-old guy, I have the screenshots now, claimed that he and all of his friends and every single one of them, that we don't know what their plan is, that they're already here in America, and that all they're waiting is for the go-ahead. And this is shit that a supposed 15-year-old Muslim, no offense to you, TML, but, he's clearly from one of the Middle Eastern countries. They locked their profiles, so you can't really see anything about them. So I can't do nothing more. But reported them to the FBI 3 days ago, and still haven't gotten a tip. Just like with the whole shooter that happened a few days ago at the school. But they didn't do anything about that. Why? Because it furthers their agenda. But who's the crazy one? But it's funny because, like everyone says, what are you going to do about it? Well, there's nothing I can do about it because I can't get 1 million men to willing to stand up and put down their lives on the line in order to throw over the establishment. Every single person who's tried has been popped. Even if you want to call them an agent, like people like JFK and all these other people, I'm the crazy one. At least I know that when they tell you to take the mark of the beast or get beheaded, I'm not dumb enough to take the mark of the beast. That's right, I believe in Satan. Because if God is real, then Satan is real. If Satan is real, then God is real. But I'm the crazy one. At least I don't wear deer antlers and fucking rock in front of a camera. But yeah, nanotechnology, little robots that climb into your skin and your bloodstreams and rewrite your DNA that can turn off your immune system, so that when they're ready, they can release a super virus that will kill you and make you bleed out of your eyes, nose, and ears and anuses.
No, they wouldn't have to do all that. Please,
Yes, they
you're
will.
being
Yes, they
hyperbolic.
will.
No,
Yes,
they could
they
just.
will.
They wouldn't have to. They would just release like leprosy or something, bro. Come on, dude. It wouldn't be that.
That's right. That's right. They won't have to. You know why? Because first they do it with your laws, of which they've been doing since I've been alive and beforehand, and then they slowly started doing it in your infrastructure with your martial law laws. Like you know how many people who I talked to who didn't know that during martial law they could take over your house and your vehicle. You know how sad how many baby boomers don't even know that if martial law was enacted today, that every little fucking penny that they've ever spent in their lives would be taken over by the fucking rulers that be. People are ignorant. But yes, as far as killing people, no, they want to leave the infrastructure intact. They don't want to have to go about like in 28 Days Later or one of your World War Z movies and have to clean up billions of bodies. They don't want a bunch of biological matter being carried around by bugs and other devourees of corpses. They don't want disease to have to spread. But like in Resident Evil, we will rebuild the world in our image, not like an ark in Genesis. They don't have to do it like that because, see, they don't want to irradiate the planet with nuclear weapons. They don't want to have to wait 25, 30 years for the biological diseases to not be. I mean, they have, facilities in Japan that can literally heal just about any disease or injury on Earth that can literally heal within 24 hours. But, we won't get on that technology. They want to wipe us out as cleanly as possible. And the easiest way to do it is to look how reliant America and the world around is so reliant on power lines. Even solar panels can be affected by top military grade EMPs. So just like they put in your fucking movies, like your fucking World of Worlds with Tom Cruise, your watch ain't gonna work. Your solenoid ain't gonna fucking work. It's all gonna be if they can help it, a quick, clean reset, as quickly and as calmly, without you fucking knowing it, as possible. And it's happening slowly but surely, just like with Nazi Germany, New Orleans with Katrina, and 9/11 with New York. They had to do these little test run simulations before the technology was given to us by the principalities of darkness. We had to do it the old-fashioned way, which was we had to test it out on the local population, just like they did with all the vaccines in the 40s and 50s and 60s on the black men in Tuskegee and all these other horrible things that they don't tell people that they do, like with Operation Paperclip, and people just suck it up and pretend like it doesn't happen, because as long as you're watching your NFL football and you have your fucking Goydam hamburger shoved down your throat, you don't care that the cycle continues. You're literally living in a matrix. It doesn't have to be a physical matrix for you to see that it's fucking there. Yet every single day you're getting online, arguing about this, arguing about that, and even nothing against TML, but even TML knows that it's going to come to a cultivation of it has to end at some point. Either if there's a divine creator, he's going to have to come back within our lifetimes and fix it, because we as a human race are not going to survive. How many years ago were they just dropping supposed nuclear weapons and testing them? I've never seen or witnessed a nuclear weapon in life, but I've done at least 20 years of research of nuclear weapons. And one thing that people tend to overlook about the nuclear equation is that it was so serious that they were concerned that just by letting off the smallest amount of a nuclear weapon, that it could set all the oxygen on the earth on fire in an instant. Okay, now I believe in divine protection, so I believe that the world is not going to end until my Savior says it's time for it to end. But even then, how far of a reign is he going to let mankind go before, okay, I might stop it here. Okay, you're going to have to learn your lesson here. And that's what people are not realizing. That veil of protection. I mean, sure, a Christian guy who's never, I wouldn't say sin, because there's only one perfect man in his life, and that's the Son of the living God, the Son of Man, can get shot because he goes down the street and, preaches according to the gay people now. It's hate to say, turn from your evil, wicked ways. I could go down the road and go preach in the street, and I'll get fucking axed in the head or dragged by a car or lynched. It's almost happened before. That's the reason why I don't go out there and preach the word or the gospel, because I don't have the patience as a human being to have the demons literally spit me in the face. I'm not Jesus Christ. I could not stand there and let people whip me and lash at me and tear my flesh from my bones or kick me over and expect me to carry that cross all the way up to be crucified. I'm not Jesus Christ. That's why I love Jesus Christ, because there's only one man in the entire population of all the humans on this earth who have ever lived, born, or died who loved you so much that he was willing to take every beating, every lashing, every thorn in his head, every whip, every kick, every probably bottle of piss and shit that they threw on him, and he carried that cross all the way up there and was willing to not only have himself pierced and his wrist and his feet for you, he was willing to be stabbed and be humiliated even more. You know, a lot of people say the sad thing about the guy giving the spear to Jesus to give him something to drink was the fact that it was vinegar. That's not what's sad. Do you know how Romans used to wash their asses? With a sponge on the end of a fucking stick. So basically, they were telling Jesus Christ, here, taste my piss and shit. That's what they thought about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So no, I don't fear no man. You can call me crazy, but I met a demon at 9 years old, and since then I've been so demonically attacked that I can only tell you.
What are their names? Do you know their names?
I'm not speaking them because, believe it or not, if you know their names, it summons them, and I am not summoning them.
Okay.
People don't understand that words cast spells, and words are very fucking powerful. An example, I don't think you were present for when I told everybody about my first experience, but at 9 years old, I was very religious, okay? I went to church all the time. I didn't smoke, didn't drink, didn't cuss, wasn't allowed to consume violent media, music. The most violent thing I consumed was fucking Pokemon, okay? Sung in the choir, went to church every Sunday, every Wednesday. Never put a Bible underneath my pillow. I have that very same Bible still with me to this day. And I said my prayer like I did always right before. Now lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, pray the Lord my soul to take. All that good stuff. And boop, think I'm falling asleep. And I don't know how long probably passed. But next thing you know, my eyes are open. I can't move. I can't breathe. But I can tell that I'm floating because the only way I can see what I'm seeing from my perspective is I'm not on my bed. And in that instant, the only thing that brought me out of it was, in the name of Jesus Christ, let me go. And that instant, I was back on the bed. I was able to move and I was able to breathe. I ran in there and told the woman who I was living with. And even though she was extremely religious, told me to go back to bed. And since then, I've probably had well over 100 apocalyptic, world-ending dream scenarios and other what I consider personal dreams, warnings and stuff. On top of kind of giving me a bird's eye view of what's going to happen, when God says, all right, I'm out of here. Y'all are, left to your own vices. And I've probably had over 15 possession attempts since then. And then I saw the UFO, and I don't believe in aliens, but, I don't do anything hardcore. I literally only smoke weed, and I make sure I get it from a source where it's not tainted. So, I know it's not any psychedelics or shrooms or air spray, or anything in what I'm consuming. I don't drink. I do smoke a cigar or a cigarette here and there, So as far as being on drugs, don't do that.
When I was a child, I got sick, and my imagination was already like crazy, dude. It was already strong, but I got sick, and my stepdad gave me some codeine for my cough. It was not what I should have had, and like it kept me up all night. My imagination, I had such bad imagination. My imagination was so vivid then. I asked God to take it away, and He did. It was gone. It was tormenting me through my childhood. I asked for it to be taken away, so I wouldn't have to deal with it because I didn't understand what the hell it was. Like, always scary.
I do admit, I can contest to that. I had them probably up for the last year, and then I started developing really bad insomnia. Fear of death, etc. You never want to go to sleep because to me, Jesus says, I'm going to come in like a thief in the night. So, nighttime is usually my time to thrive. I'm not really much, as Rant would say, I'm a fucking vampire. I ain't gonna lie, I am pretty much a vampire. Nighttime is my go-to time. I don't really care for being awake during the day. Too much crazy shit happens during the day, but there's nothing wrong with that, actually. To all you night owlers out there and people who have insomnia, it's actually a lot healthier to be awake at nighttime. Don't go out in the sun. That's why it causes cancer, because all the stuff they put in your ear. I didn't tell you that. But you're breathing it in anyway.
The demons love the drugs.
That's right. We love the barium and aluminum in our air too. We love the fluoride in our water when we drink it. It's in your toothpaste too. Did you know that fluoride is so corrosive that it requires a specific material in order to be able to hold it? But yet they sit here and tell you that in small quantities it's safe to consume. Take another one. I predict that the shadow wars that have been going on for the last 20 years are about to come to a head, and they've been trying to hide it, especially with the whole pull out of Afghanistan, and they try to hide it then, and they're losing. See, the problem is that they can't control all the people on the planet. As much as they can control us, they can't. There's like Hopper says, and what is it, Bug's Life? Yeah, Hopper says, once the ants realize that there are more of them than us, we're fucked. That really is the truth. The only problem is like Biden was telling you to your face, what is your little cowboys and Indian guns going to do to what my city has, which is a literal goddamn 50 caliber machine gun on the back of their armored vehicle and I've seen the bullets during the, bring your kids to see the cop car days. And, buddy, let me tell you something. The rounds, that the way that they are militarizing, thank you, the police is no joke. They have thermal technology that can see fucking through 2.5, 3 feet of concrete. They have sonar technology that if you're hiding underground, you can't pull no Vietnam War tactics on them by having a bamboo pit, lever through the ground where they can fall through it. What they're giving Katrina was the get-go for the training. I mean, like that one video I saw when I was a lot younger of that frail little old woman. She had nothing more than a revolver. She was probably 60. And it was her house, she owned it, and she had all God-given rights as an American citizen and as owner of a gun and the owner of that house to live in that house. And several men who are big enough to beat my ass down sat there and grabbed that woman, even though she didn't go for the gun. She was just saying, I want to stay in my home during the disaster. And they beat the fuck out of that woman, gave her a black eye and everything, and took the revolver. And don't forget, they shot at the civilians trying to escape across the bridge out of New Orleans. To sit here, the scary thing is, dude, is that there are people, you think I'm crazy. No, crazy is the people who don't see the double-edged sword that the government is claiming that they aren't, and just, okay, no big deal. Oh, they'll protect us. Just like in 2012 when John Cusack says, he's an actor, he's reading from script. Every time the government tells you that you're safe, that's when you run. That's the problem. You have people on this earth who sit here and believe what NASA's fucking telling you. I'm going to tell you something. There is no little green men coming from billions of light years away coming here. It's not happening. No. There is a supernatural essence to the plane of existence that we live on. Do I believe in psychics? No. I've cheated a mini of a palm reader or a supposed psychic, and they couldn't even get the most rudimentary of my facts down, like what's my favorite color. They look at something I'm wearing, oh, it's something on there, like, and choose one of the colors. No, they couldn't even get fundamental, like that one dude, that one scientist dude who was going out there and he was testing all them people claiming to have psychic powers, and he was going to give them a $1 million cash prize if they could actually prove of a supernatural ability. And the only thing that came close was to, guess it, artificial intelligence that was able to, through reading his neurons or synapses or whatever, able to generate somewhat of the picture of what he was generating in his head. And to my knowledge, since I've last looked at any of that, that was the only people who have gotten the check from him. And he said that's only because he was getting old, and that was the closest thing he could get to a wow factor for him. And that guy's a well-known whatever he is. When you look at what you consider conspiracy theories, like I was telling Rant last time, if you deny one conspiracy theory, you're denying all other conspiracy theories. So if you're willing to deny even the smallest, mundane, stupidest conspiracy theory, then you're never going to believe the ultimate conspiracy theories that are at the top, the iceberg as they claim it now. For people like me, I don't believe in aliens. I believe that you're stuck here. You cannot get outside of this plane of what we are living on, and anything else is part of the matrix. Like the Oracle tells Neo, every time you heard of an angel or a ghost or a demon, that's a program. Every time that you hear a certain word from the matrix, you need to replace it with another word. Just like every time they tell you it's aliens, replace it with demon technology or demons. Oh, I'd love to go back to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is, we destroyed that technology. It's a really painful process to build it back. You mean the stuff that you held together with duct tape and curtain rods? Yeah, ha 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 ha. Keep believing. Yeah. See, that's the problem. How are you going to wake up them people? See, it's like with Neurojack. Neurojack wants to wake up people from the Matrix. He wants to be Neo, and he wants to get people to take their little fucking pills and say, don't eat the fucking steak. The steak isn't real. It's genetically modified. Don't eat it. Go natural. How many people are going to say, fuck you, Neurojack, like Jack Talcott? Jack Talcott is a fucking Agent Smith. You know how Morpheus warns Neo that they are everyone and they are no one. Jack Talcott is a fucking Agent Smith. Jack Talcott would fucking sell you to get a spot in the goddamn bunker. Jack Talcott does not give a fuck about you or Jesus Christ or anyone else in his life. That man would sell you for a can of fucking beans. Just like most of the people who get on here. The reason why I don't associate myself with anyone else besides Neurojack or TML or Reddington, really? And that's only because I've talked to him a few times, or really Rant, because I like Rant. I think he's chill. I think he's on the right path, but he's still a little stunted in his spiritual growth. The problem is the only way you're going to truly get to the knowledge of what Adam and Eve had, which was good and evil, it's not just simply being a Satanist or being a Christian. You have to be both. Now, I'm not saying that I personally, pull an Imhotep and go down to the city of the dead and, sacrifice children and chickens and believe in Satan. But if I believe as much in Jesus Christ, therefore the opposite of him is just as real. Now, is he as powerful? No. But to deny the existence of one and saying that the other is real, like Gen X Jeff, who claims that he worships Satan, but Satan isn't real, is retarded. More retarded than what I could ever be. Because even if I died right now, if God says, all right, your time's done, and he snapped his fingers and punched my card, at least when I stand before him, I would tell him, at least I believe. Because the Bible tells you that a mustard seed of faith is better than none at all. Have I converted people? No. But you know how many people? There's been at least 4 people in my life. Oh, I'm talking about matrixed people who are so far gone into it that you could literally tear the fabric of reality in front of them and they still wouldn't fucking believe you, and got them to go, oh, wait a second, And then ever since then, that little seeded, see, that's what Neurojack and TML are kind of trying to do. They want people to wake up that, hey, the fucking shit that they got portrayed around you is not real. These walls that you see aren't even there, but you're inside the walls, and people think I'm crazy, or people think the TML is crazy, or Neurojack is crazy. And I do have to admit, Neurojack doesn't know how to break the ice. He doesn't know how to get the Satanists to come out to play like I can. But the problem is that they don't want you to know this knowledge. They don't want you to know that there's not really little green men flying around out in outer space. That's the problem. How many human beings on this earth right now would call people like Rand or anyone else on this planet? You can say, I don't care, but remember, if they hated me first, they will also hate you. So Rand, you think you're safe. There's a reason why people like Mark Zuckerberg and all these other people are getting bonkers. It's not just because of the plagues and the world-ending disasters that are going to happen upon the world. It's because of the people. The smart ones, the people like us who are a little bit woke, if you want to call it, or awake or hip to it, we are going to be the first targets. We're going to be the people who, like with me, they came to talk to me 20 years ago in school because I talked too much about 9/11. Even though it was just as simple of an analysis of the opposite side. How can you take two buildings at 110 stories and drop them within free fall seconds and, no resistance whatsoever? Take a building that wasn't even burnt by much more than consequential fucking forest fires, goddamn it, floor fires, and bring it down with nothing and it pancakes on itself. The misinformation since when it first came out to me on YouTube, at YouTube, right when it first came out, nothing was censored on it. You could look up almost anything on YouTube and get the search result that you were searching. And now when you get on YouTube and you look for it, you get the most heavily edited bullshit I have ever seen in my life, even to the point where if you want to go and try to pull up something and say, oh, look, like when I first got on YouTube, I looked up 9/11 full video of collapse, and I got the entire from the second that the dudes are down there in the street with the firefighters, and you see the first building going in. It had all the broadcasts of all the live footage supposedly from the news stations, and then it had every minute of the burning, the little bit of squibs going off here and there, all the accounts of all the firemen and police officers, all the evacuations of the people going through the streets, and then the one reporter who was standing out right outside of the bottom of the garage door when it starts to collapse, and then the collapse itself, and then about 20 or 30 minutes to an hour of just the entire burning process of after everything came out in the dust. And then you had as it was collapsing and all the people running through all the fucking smoke, and then you had all the stuff, all the camera footage of the firemen and the police officers going through all the security checkpoints underneath in the subway. And let me tell you something, you cannot take a building like the World Trade Center and bring it into its fucking sub-basement by simple fucking plane fires. And I don't care, it weakened the structure and the weight of the top brought it down. Do you know how big the basement of the World Trade Centers were? They were literally built to withstand hundreds of tons of water from the fucking river right next to it. You are not going to take, even with all the tons on top of what it had hit on the first floor where the elevators were, and you're going to break through that entire sub-concrete piece of the World Trade Center, and then you start hitting the garage floor, and then you start hitting the actual part of the square, which conveniently, they cleared it out and made two memorials for it, but no one sees the irony in that. Just like how the guy who owned the World Trade Center just happened to take out a terrorist fucking insurance claim on it for terrorism right before it happened. Yeah, but the conspiracy theorists and crazy people against technology are the weird ones and crazy ones. No, we're just fucking alive. We're not willingly following a system that's injecting you with pollutants and, unfortunately, just being born. See, Rand thinks he's escaped the system. Here's the problem with someone like Rand. Rand says, I'm not part of the system. I don't partake in it. The second you are born on this earth, if you're not one of the top one elite or one of God's chosen protected ones, you are part of the system, brother. There's a reason why God says there's only a certain amount of saints in the end times who are going to preach the gospel. 122,000. Even if you want to take the Bible as literal truth, yes, I will admit, even I have a problem with the Bible. Even I have read enough of the Bible to go, that's, yes, I have problems with my faith. But it's much more better to believe in something than nothing. And I'm telling you, I've interviewed a lot of people, and you motherfuckers don't realize, y'all think it's all fucking fun and dandy with these fucking people coming across borders. And look, I have no problem with anyone who wants to build a life for their better halves and their children and possibly one day grandchildren. I have no problem if you come to this country and work your fucking ass off and put your blood and sweat into a house. But I do have a problem when you come into this fucking country and you leave so much trash in my local park that when I clean it up, there's so much trash I can't even fucking feel it. But yet you come out there every fucking Saturday with you and your 50 hombres and give me and my white family a dirty look as if you fucking own us. Because I can't even take my child to a park now without there being over 100 of them that weren't there yesterday. And boy, they sure are taking over my fucking neighborhoods around here. And when I'm saying taking over, I'm talking about 4 or 5 men in one house, maybe one wife, if you want to call it a wife, probably a fucking concubine or a prostitute, and 2 or 3 children that don't seem like it is, because boy, he don't seem to ever interact with them or show them any type of compassion or love. And no one is paying attention to the fact that they're showing up at your Walmarts every single day, literally buying out the stores. Your thefts in your local cities are going up on car parts phenomenally. Last time I read close to me, it was like well over fucking 120% in thefts are just going up. People are getting so paranoid about their cars that they're willing to go out there and the gun sales at my local Walmart have gone up when I did the research about that too. So, keep staying asleep and thinking that they're not conquering and dividing you in every single way possible. Now, it really comes down to the point is how long is this play of society? How long has society been going? What you call society, and now I'm not talking about your empires. Society, why do humans continue reproducing? Can you please give me that answer? Not one human being has ever been able to give me that. Why do humans reproduce? Humans cannot live forever. Why do humans reproduce? Why? If you're a monster with no soul, like a Bilderberg or Illuminati or a Bill Gates or any one of these people, well, I mean, one, you wouldn't have to have a child because they can literally clone you and just have another you from birth and then inject your memories into that fucking shell and just replay you. Yeah, a lot of people think that things like that sleeve shit is a fucking joke. Now, I'm not saying it's 100% possible to clone a consciousness from a person into a machine, but they're getting pretty close with your movie Transcendence, and again, everyone goes to the movies. I asked someone very close to me this the other day, why is it in America that we glorify violence like movies like John Wick and child killers like Pennywise and Jason and Michael Myers and Chucky and all this, fucked up shit and culture and media, but then we turn around and complain when there's a mass shooting at a school or a rape somewhere or a kidnapping somewhere? Like, can you explain it to me? Can you explain it to me? Because I can't. I mean, y'all call me crazy, but yet I'm pointing out something every single day that no one can give me a fucking answer to. Why do you live in a country that sits here and complains when a guy wants to go and shoot up a school, but then turn around and glorify a whole entire fucking media of nothing but violence? You can't give me an answer to that. You better get ready for it. You better get ready for it. It's coming. Yeah, I'm restreaming this, and this guy said Satan rules, Jesus rules. He said I'm not a very good Satanist.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Machine Lies, where we talk about the lies of the machine on the machine that lies. I'm gonna keep this one up, assuming that there'll be no strikeage potential, but I could be wrong. I did put a disclaimer in the beginning of the video, so there's that.
Honestly, bro, I don't think they'll be able to pick up on it. They'll probably just tune out after like the first 20 minutes of the rant.
Yeah, we got heavily coded.
So we have algorithms for.
I don't even know if it was enough space in between the words to detect the words. It was just like one long string of shit.
You might have a point there, yeah.
That was like having schizophrenia.
We got our little public service announcement from Raccoon City Police Department. You know what I mean? From the land of the zombies, Resident Evil. You know what I mean? So yeah, blessings and peace to the homie. And yeah, thanks to all of you for being here. I'm gonna let my friends have some closing statements here, and then we'll be back on Wednesday at the normal time. Thank you guys so much. How about you, my friend?
Yeah, I don't even know what to say, bro. I feel like that guy said every word in the human dictionary, so we'll just leave off with that.
Indeed, he was inspired. But yeah, what about you, Reddington?
I do like that Willem Dafoe gif. That's one of my favorites, so kudos on that one. Yeah, I don't really have anything else.
For sure. Well, yeah, I'm gonna throw you guys here, and yeah, please, everyone else, please email me if you need anything from me in terms of the channel material, questions, comments. In other words, we'll be back on Wednesday. You know, and thank you for joining us here. You know, I'm gonna play some musical outros, and yeah, we'll be back very soon. I mean, this was a little bonus round here. You know, we just did a little extra little stream here, you know, just to sew up some of those ideas about Aristotle. We'll bring some more of that back, you know, at another time. You know, maybe we'll do another little extra stream on you know, on either Tuesday or Monday next week, right? We're doing little extra streams, right? But yeah, the regular streams are, as you may or may not know, Wednesday and Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, I hope you guys will join us there. And yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us here. Blessings.
Yo, the saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it all. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take away souls, we do drugs, rust the doors. Here come the D's, trying to make breeze, the guns toss. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and tank hosses. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we lock shit. Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics. Switch to kill instincts for niggas pop shit. Your nigga know it was the topic. 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate, my team will glow like radiation with no time for patient or complication. Let's get it done right, my click airtight. Trapped in the never-ending gunfights, and niggas lose stripes and lose life. Jail niggas sending kites to the street over some beef that wasn't fully cooked. Finish them off, well done me. Then said 22 slug to your head. Travel all the way down to LA.
And yo, it's hell on earth. Who's next are gonna be first? The projects is front line, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, it's right in front of your eye. And yo, it's hell on earth. Who's next are gonna be first? The projects is front line, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, yo, it's right in front of your eye.
We rep the QBC, nigga rep yours, it's all love. Millie stack bound, heavily guarded by hollow tip slug. Then crack down and wanna be thugs. Adapt the gas sound and bow down. Slow the fuck up, see how I'm found now? Articulate, hitting body parts to start shifting shit. Never hesitate, it's the rap game unlimited. Sign my roster, we can do this. Forever infinite, then reminisce. 20 years later, how we was getting it. Either with me, go against the grain, you better hit me. Legging me, you're robbing me. Niggas better body me, cause it's a small world. The niggas talking like bitches. Bitches singing like snitches. Pointing you out in bitches. Cause she rep the QBC faithfully. Player hating me. All that bullshit, it's just making me more the better. The concentrate on getting cheddar. Your shorty set you up, you better dead her. I told you, shape and mold you, son you, then I hold you like a pimp, mind control you, double edge, blow you, handle B.I. like I'm supposed to. The click is coastal, international, you local. Bacardi mix, physically fixed, hit you with shit that'll leave a loose nigga stiff, properly fixed. Son, I solved them, pulled them in my world and involved them in chaos. Walk the beat like around the wake cop, the app is pissed off. QB City dog, fall apart 3, Gotti Gambino and Ty Nitty. Scarface, rest in peace.
Who's next are gonna be first? The project is front line, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, hey yo, it's right in front of your eyes. Hell on earth, who's next are gonna be first? The project is front line, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, hey yo, it's right in front of your eyes.
Yo, the heavy metal king hold big shit with spare clips. You see clips when the max spit, your top got split. Laying dead with open eyes, close his eyelids. Turn off his light, switch to darkness. It's deep enough, it's a street life. Blood on my kick, shit on my knife. Use the wild child, kick will turn the men into mice. I was born to take power, leave my mark on this planet. The phantom of crime rap, niggas left stranded. Shut down your operation, close for business. Leave a foul taste in your mouth like Guinness. POW niggas is found, MIA. We move like special forces, Green Beret. Heavily around my throat, I don't play shit brand new. Back in 89 the same way. The guard P, walk with a limp, see. But simply to simplify shit, no man can go against me. Test me, you must be bent, G. Don't tempt me, I had this full clip for so long, it needs to empty. The reason why I full for so long, cause I don't waste it. You properly hit, blood in your mouth so you can taste it. Quiet is kept, I lay back and watch the world spin. I hear thugs claiming that they gonna rob them all when they see us. I tell you what, black, here's the issue, it's a package deal. You rob me, you take these missiles along with that. I ain't your average cat, fuck rap. I'm tryna make cream and that's that. Whatever it takes, Saturday got to go down. 4 mics on stage, a motherfucking 4 pound. Speakers leaking out sound and niggas leaking on the ground. I can truly care less, the guard gon' get his regardless, blow for blow. Let's find out who hit hardest. This rap artist used to be a stick up artist. Stick up artist. Sometimes I test myself, see if I still got it. Alive niggas stay on point, never disregard shit or forget it.
Live each day like your last. One day you'll be right. Until that moment moment happened, I reached new heights. It's amazing how evil the world can be behind a beautiful face. Summertime murders with heat get erased. My friends say MF, you're in outer space, but I have to blast off. I hate this place. I mean, I love it so much, but it's going to waste. Mind control, people don't know what's real. Programmed to kill, so we reach for steel. American hunger, everyone is a meal. Fuck napkins, thieves wipe their mouth with sleeves. United States on its own, young it feeds. Born to starve because of others with greed. Trapped like lab rats, causing a craze. But I want out this maze. I sing for the trees, the birds, the bees, the all-seeing eye, floating in the sky. A satellite named Horus. This is for the sun, the moon, the stars. We are watched from far by the all-seeing eye. A satellite named Horus. This is for life, for death. Separated by one breath. Yes, we're blessed until all has left. Monitored by Horus. Tell me, is there a way out? I walked through the doors of hell. It said stay out, I didn't. Fell even deeper, trap floor was hitting. Programmed to eat fruit that's forbidden. Mankind don't live up to its name. Not kind at all, devour their brothers. Cry at funerals, kiss their mothers. Backstabbing for knives they're grabbing. Loyal to enemies are lies, they have them. I boil as a mic fiend, knowing I'm censored. Feds do stakeouts at my concerts, hoping I cross lines cause I'm a lifer. Corrected my wrongs, turn uplifter. Divine is comedy, from pain come laughter. With a clean slate, I choose to die with. While in park, I look up in sky. This is for the trees, the birds, the bees, the all-seeing eye, floating in the sky. A satellite named Horus. This is for the sun, the moon, the stars. We are watched from far by the all-seeing eye. A satellite named Horus. This is for life, for death. Separated by one breath. Yes, we're blessed until all has left. Monitored by Horus. Up in the sky. Look up. Keep your head
How many were here the night when I was here a few months back? Raise your hand, let's see. Thank you so much. I'm speaking on think and act now. Thoughts determine what you want. Actions determine what you get. Say it with me out loud. Thoughts determine what you want. Action determines what you get. Okay? Act now. Think. Act now. Think. Act now. Think. Act now. You know, the heartbreaker about a lot of people's dreams that never become a reality, all they ever do is think about them. They don't act on it. Because they have a fear if they act on it, they may not get that dream. But I guarantee you're not going to ever get anything with your thoughts until you put actions to back it up. That's going to be tonight. You be here early. It's going to be a great night. Think. Act now. Think. Act now. These tongues are difficult to bridle. You can cut someone's character, cut someone's qualifications, and cut someone's morals. Thoughts determine what you want. Actions determine what you get. Say it with me out loud. Thoughts determine what you want. with me out loud now. Think. Act. Now. Think. Don't you know everybody went down with that flood? Glad he put some action with his thoughts. Thoughts, you know, just action with his thoughts. You know, the heartbreak about a lot of people's dreams that never become a reality. All they ever do is think about them. They don't act on it. Because they have a fear, if they act on it, they may not get that dream. But I guarantee you're not going to ever get anything with your thoughts until you put actions to back it up. That's going to be tonight. You be here early, think. Act now. It's going to be a great night. Act now. Think. Act now. Stay with me out loud. Think. Act now. Thoughts determine what you want. Actions determine what you get. Stay with me out loud. Thoughts determine what you want. Actions determine what you think. Act now. Think. Act now. Think. Act now. Think. Act now. Okay? That's gonna be tonight. You be here. Be here early. It's gonna be a great night.